call, when you're sitting there watching it on the big screen and things like that. So, but yeah, you're completely right. I agree with you as far as, we definitely did a lot of things like, we forgot how to tackle apparently in the second half.
Yep.
And things like that. So, yeah. What was your other type of fan? I was going to make a comment.
Yeah. So I want to hear from you too what you think about this. So I said the fans that toe the company line, in other words, they're never able to be critical of their own team. It's always my team's the best, the other team's the bad guy. Look, I'm a Florida fan. Shativa, we're playing like utter garbage today. Okay, utter garbage. I respect fans who can speak like that, who can just be truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't want to spin zone. So I have a hard time respecting fans who homer it up so much they can't call a spade a spade. Number two, the fans who tell you things are going to be fine, they never define what that means. What does that mean? Lenora Sellers is going to be fine. Okay, no. Is he going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate? Is he going to lead South Carolina into the college football playoff? What does that mean he's going to be fine? That is letting a man off the hook from having to define anything. Okay, and number one to me was the fan who says we lost because of the officials. Well, if the officials had called things another way today, South Carolina would have won. You know how else they would have won? Not getting so many dumb plays and turnovers. They also would have won if they didn't do that.
Yeah, and after the game, we were talking about, what is the coach going to say, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I know what the coach is going to say. The coach is going to say, we can't blame the refs. If we would have made the plays that we should have made, we wouldn't have had to wait on the refs or leave it to the refs. And I will call a spade. We did not. There were so many things. I try to keep it, PG when I'm at the game because there's kids around, things like that. But
Good for you.
Towards the end of the game, I don't even know who it was, but LSU ran the ball and our guys totally. I mean, he touched them, but it's like they had olive oil on their hands or something, and he just went by, and I said a few curse words on that one. And so that'll
be okay,
too.
Shativa. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. You are forgiven for the curse words. I promise you that. But more than anything, I want you guys to hear this right now. We've had George nearby Columbia. How far is Lexington from Columbia, Shativa? Do you know?
Oh, it's not far. I used to live in Lexington. 10 minutes.
Okay, so 10 minutes. So basically, Columbia. George and Shativa, Gamecock fans, very capable of being objective. Very capable. Shativa, full respect to you. Thank you so much for the phone call. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You do the same. Jay in Columbia, South Carolina. Let's see if we go 3 for 3, or is that too much to ask? Jay in Columbia, South Carolina is up next. Jay, you're on the all-new Infinity Sports Network. What's good, man?
Good, man. What's going on? Hey, you are going to get 3 in a row, but I'm going to challenge you in the way two things can be true at the same time. And when you say about the officials never, you said numerous times, affect the end of the game. And that was the case today. They affected the game. But also the other thing that's true, we said, and I'm open-minded enough to admit, we sat around the tailgate afterwards when we were cleaning up and commiserating about the missed tackles, the stupid penalties, and the bad play calling. And those are so to general statement that one fan base, particularly the South Carolina Gamecocks, are a second-class program.
No, wait a minute. Jay, what I would say is this. I would say that in my experience, you don't hear the A-plus level programs complaining about officials. The reason for them losing. Okay. Now, let me finish. I'll let you talk. I promise. Okay. LSU had 26 first downs. South Carolina 18. LSU had 417 yards. South Carolina 398. Okay. LSU didn't turn the ball over 3 times. South Carolina did. Okay. Do you hear what I'm saying? It just rings hollow to me when you point the finger at the Zebras instead of your own team.
No, but you're misrepresenting what my opinion is. What I'm trying to argue with you about is that both things can be true. Yes, LSU had better stats. They played a better game, but that can happen, and the officials made 3 terrible calls. I assure you, when the SEC office reviews that game, which they will do, there are two penalties that were game changers that affected that game. Now, let's just say that was all true. That happened, and they didn't make the best calls. Okay, the will be verified. The horse tackle was the jersey. It was on replay. They talked about it on national TV. It'll be reviewed by the SEC office, and they will admit half-heartedly that the official might have missed that call. Okay. Still, South Carolina has a responsibility to not jump off sides on 4th and 3, not make some of the stupid penalties, and then why.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Pirate fans, welcome to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show, brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's Platinum-certified U.S. Cellular stores and experience the highest standard of customer service. Call in on the live line at 317-1250. Now, with a complete recap of the game and your phone calls, live from the Pirate Radio studios, here's your host of the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter, Clip Brock.
Pirates take their first loss of the year as App State is taking knees and winding down the clock. Going to be a 21-19 final at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. East Carolina dropping to 2-1 on the year. App State improving to 2-1. Got a lot to talk about in this one. Holden Ahlers, your quick thoughts.
Where's the offense? I think we'll hear that a lot tonight, but you scored on the opening drive, looked great, but once we got off script, the play calling did not look good at all. We had scored a defense touchdown. The offense just didn't look good at all, so that's my thoughts.
Caden, what'd you see tonight?
Defense can only survive so long, and you got to make field goals.
317-1250, the number on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. We're taking your calls, 317-1250. We got yelling and cussing and pushing going on after the game. No need to fight now, boys. The game's over, and the Pirates lost. 317-1250. We're back with your calls on the 5th quarter after this.
Attention Wings Over lovers. There's a new flavor that is sure to put you in a trance. Introducing the all-new Cajun Voodoo flavor. Try this blend of spices that collide in an explosion of flavor, combining cayenne, sugar, and a hint of magic today. Every bite leaves you craving more, as if entranced by some voodoo spell. And don't forget, Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. So try the new Cajun Voodoo today. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Yeah.
Get your game faces on, Pirates. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into dove season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's $200 cash back on A400 Extreme Pluses and $75 back on A300 Ultimas. Tune in as we head into hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Find out when the cannons explode.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates.
I'm here with Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Pools. Jamie, what's new?
For starters, we're building our new building out at 5019 Highway 43 South. We've also put together a 10-day pool package.
A 10-day pool package? What does that mean?
Well, people think pools take a long time, but with this package, we break ground and have you swimming in 10 days. Go to CarolinaHardscapesandPools.com or by calling 364-1201. You can stop by our office on Fire Tower Road. We can make your backyard dreams into a reality with landscaping, patios, fireplaces, and outdoor kitchens.
Carolina Hardscapes and Pools.
Enjoy the outdoors.
Fall into comfort with fantastic fall savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Transform your home this fall with some of our lowest prices of the season, plus 6 months special financing. Kick back, relax with beautiful motion furniture from Lazy Boy, Bassett, and Best at the guaranteed lowest price. Catch better Z's and save on a comfortable new Serta or Helix mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Cozy up and fall into comfort now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate football is back, and the only way to dress for game day is to visit UBE or PirateWear.com. UBE has all your game day apparel, such as polos, tees, hats, and jerseys. UBE also has all the merchandise to keep your tailgate undefeated. Pirate flags, decals, face tattoos, and more. And for your little pirates, visit our Crow's Nest with Pirate Nation's largest selection of youth apparel. UBE has special hours on Sunday after home games, open from noon till 5. And you can visit PirateWear.com anytime. UBE, where every day is game day.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Pirate Radio, bringing you the best content on air and on digital. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250, the number on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Clip Brock, Holton Ahlers, Caden Norman. The first time these guys will experience an ECU loss fifth quarter. So we'll see how it goes, gentlemen. We got your brief thoughts in the open, and we'll hear plenty of them for the next couple hours or so. David, Joe, Brooks, hang on. We will get to your calls, but right now we have our Pirate Towing first call of the fifth quarter, and that goes to Zach in Dunn. Hello, Zach.
Hey, guys. Holton, congrats on the engagement, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Wanted to call in before Cameron called in with his hour-and-a-half synopsis that nobody cares about. It was blatantly obvious that we got up 16 points, and Mike Houston said, whoa, we need to take the air out of the ball. Between that and everybody complaining about Garcia throwing interceptions the last couple of weeks, it was very obvious that the game plan changed, and it showed. Should have ran the ball a little bit better. We saw that we had a lot of success. Just very disappointed in the fact that guys just couldn't make plays. Chase is supposed to be a leader, and made some huge plays for App State. That just shows that we don't quite have the maturity. I'm still hopeful for the season. Can't win them all. I had this chalk as a loss at the beginning of the year, but man, that doesn't make it feel any better. I hope you guys have a couple cold beverages to go for the evening because it's probably going to be a long one. Mike Houston needs to just let JDB cook, man, because it was very obvious that he got in on it. Take care, guys. Congrats again, Holton.
All right, there is Zach and Dunn. What do you think about that? Did Mike Houston hold JDB back?
I don't think so. Look, I'll tell you what happened is he got off script the first 10 plays, 15 plays. Kane, you know this. Like, you go into a game and you script out the first 10, 15 plays. You know your first third down call. You know your first drive, maybe two drives. And when he got off that, it looked horrible. So I don't. Coach Houston in the offseason said, look, this is his offense. Yeah. He's calling it. And he called it tonight when he got off script. It didn't look good. So, look, he came from the Kiffin tree. It was all hype. It all looked good. We thought it was just the turnovers. We thought the offense could be good. But the play calling, I just don't think it was good tonight once he got off script.
That was your Pirate Towing first call of the fifth quarter. Pirate Towing, the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing is here for you every game day. Also offer roadside assistance. If you're locked out of your car, call Pirate Towing 955-4670 or visit them on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation. All right, we go next to Brooks in Binghamton. What's up, Brooksy?
What's up, guys? Congratulations, obviously, to Holden. Wanted to start off before it might go downhill really quickly.
Thanks, brother.
Tonight, but I wanted to make sure I got that in there. So it's funny. Last week when I called you guys from Dave & Buster's, Holden and Caden talked about how we wanted to see more of the deep ball. And after the first drive of the game, I felt like we kind of abandoned the deep ball, especially last week. That App State got torched going down the middle against Clemson. We kind of thought that we were going to try, the post and the straight verticals a little bit more. I thought running game, like you just said on the first call, I felt like it got off script. A lot of times we were down in 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, and, we're throwing the quick outs and the slants. Obviously, nobody expects that we're going to fumble a ball on a 10-yard pickup after that, but after you have, a big Rajay run, right up the gut for 8, you think that he can maybe get the next 2 going right back to it, especially with how fast they all run. I think penalties definitely hurt and killed. A couple of undisciplined penalties on the defensive side of the ball, especially on that 2-point conversion, and then unnecessarily hitting a guy in the end zone, I believe by the same defensive back, is never good. And then obviously what happened after the game really looks terrible and is a sore eye for the university for a lot of people watching that game is, definitely a definition of being a poor sport, losing that one. More concerned about how much street cred you got after that game than you do winning at the scoreboard. Unfortunately, it stinks because we left a lot of points on the board, and I think that's all I got this time around, but I'm going to hang up, listen to you guys on YouTube. Appreciate all you do. Holden, Caden, good luck tonight. It's going to be a long one, and maybe you guys get to see the other side of Pirate fans. So thank you, guys. Go Pirates. We'll see you next week.
All right, Brooks. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, I think big call out there. He's like, Brooks mentioning not going for the deep ball after the beginning of the game. I think a big thing is App dominated the time of possession. 39 to 21 minutes, they dominated the time possession. Our defense played their tails off. The problem was we just couldn't get off the field quickly. So it's hard as an offense. You're sitting, Holden, you can relate to this, when you're sitting there on the sidelines, and you can't make an excuse off this, but it is hard when you're sitting there. It's hard to get your rhythm back. And then to go straight back to the deep ball, yeah, that'd be huge. But if you go straight back to the deep ball twice, 2 or 3 times, you throw in incompletions, and you're back off the field again.
Well, I think that was their game plan, though, they were huddling every play, taking their time, running the stretch zone, obviously. And then their game plan to going into it was, we're going to let their offense go out there and go quick, even if they score quick, or they'll go 3 and out quick. And that was their game plan, was to hold the ball on offense and then let our offense just do whatever they do, just do it fast and hold the ball. And it won, so...
317-1250 on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Joe is at the stadium. What's up, Joe?
Hey, y'all. I'm still out here. I'm on the ramp. I'm listening to the App State fans. I'm listening to the Pirate fans. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to go against the grain of what Steve Logan said. We didn't lose that game after the first half of last week. No, we lost this game at the end of the first half of this game. And I'm going to say it. In this moment, we had an opportunity to extend our season to the next level. This loss right here eliminates all hope. We lost hope. And I hope Mike hears this message loud and clear. We had an opportunity to do something special. It is gone. And this fan base knows it. This fan base sees it. This fan base hears it. This was his moment. Mike Signetti, who we should have hired, already is taking another job because of the success that he has had. him at Indiana, we'll see what he does. But the reality of the situation is this was our time. This was our small moment. It is now gone. I hope the team can rebound. I hope the team can move forward effectively and efficiently. Because right now, I'm talking to a lot of Pirates. They're not. I'm not. The people around me are not. This was as bad gets. And for all the good that we've done, we're toast.
All right, Joe, thank you. This is not as bad gets. I've been here. I've seen as bad gets. But I am bummed because this is our first chance going into a season. We literally had a path to the playoffs, and I like every day on Pirate Radio Live talking about here's my group of 5 rankings, and East Carolina's 2-0, and we got a chance to do this. And and look, hey, we run the table, we still got a chance. But that part, might be out the window now, but you still have conference championship, bowl game, all that. But it is a little deflating when that playoff spot is out there.
It's very much so. And look, the defense played good tonight. Look, App State stayed on the field a long time, but a lot of that is, like I said, with the offense too. But we could have scored enough points to win. First of all, we missed a field goal, we missed a PAT. When I look at it now, it's like, wow, that's a huge part of the game. So
missed 2 field goals.
2 field goals? I know we missed a PAT and a field goal. Oh. So we may have missed 2. But even if it's just 3 points, a lot of people would take that right now, too. So
that'd be 4 points.
Or 3 points, yeah. 4 points. Long decade.
317-1250. David and Gardner is up next on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hey, David.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I was sort of kind of disappointed today. I would sum it up as a day of misses, right? Missed catches, missed tackles, missed interceptions, missed PATs, missed field goals. It's just a bunch of misses, right? Realistically, App State's a good team, but we should have won that game. We left 4 points on the field just for missed kicks, right? And, this has been a perennial issue for East Carolina. They cannot get a kicker that will steal games, right? First it was Daffer, now it's Conrad. They need to get their special teams game up to par. I don't know what that's going to take, right? And then you had several missed catches for first downs that could have swung the momentum, potentially led to extra points. That's always disappointing. You've got interceptions where the ball's hitting the defender in the face. You've got to make this just killed us, right? And so App State didn't beat us, we beat us, right? And Mike Houston needs to get on people to make sure that doesn't happen. And that's all I got to say. Go Pirates.
All right. Thank you, David. Yeah, that one was frustrating. Holden said that wasn't just going to be a pick. That was going to be a house call.
That was going to be a game winner.
If you get that one, it hits off your face.
That hit his face on the goalpost, but instead the ball hit him in the face, and they caught it somehow.
Brutal. All right, Brent, Shane, Pays, we'll get to you when we return. We'll take a timeout, come back. It's the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. A lot more of your calls and comments when we return. Pirates losing for the first time in 2024, 21-19 tonight. We're back with you after this.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Picture this, the perfect summer barbecue. No stress, no responsibilities, just all your friends, burgers and hot dogs on the grill, and a delicious, refreshing Pepsi Zero Sugar in your hand. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Burgers sizzling, hot dogs cooking, Pepsi Zero Sugar fizzing, and a backyard of very, very happy people. Oh yeah, we could get used to this. Very, very used to this. Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Emily McCarthy, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
The Holistic Company in downtown Greenville is a family-owned and operated business offering hemp-derived products such as tinctures, topicals, raw flour, skincare products, and more. They even have a drink menu including infused mocktails and frozen lemonade with a variety of flavors to choose from. At the Holistic Company, they pride themselves in offering true education about the hemp plant and its abundant benefits. So stop by 501 Evans Street, just a few doors down from Pirate Radio, to get informed and try the array of products today.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our Float Therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared, sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
This is Dixon Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, let's run down some of the finals from earlier today. This one was really in South Carolina's hands until the very end. LSU rallies and wins it, and the final score 36-33 in Columbia, South Carolina. Coastal Carolina beat Temple 28-20. It was Notre Dame drubbing Purdue 66-7. It was Oregon over Oregon State 49-14. Pittsburgh beats West Virginia 38-34, and it was Oklahoma over Tulane by a final of 34-19. That is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in Eastern North Carolina. The Buck is open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and free entry for ladies all weekend long. You can follow The Buck on Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back in to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, we'll keep an eye on what's going on across the college football landscape tonight during our program. Got Holton Ahlers, Caden Norman here, and got Wings Over Greenville here. Thanks to Wings Over. Forgot how good their fries are, but we got bone-in wings. We got the giant tenders. We got ranch for Holt. We got it ready to go. Thanks to Wings Over Greenville. They'll deliver right to your door, 758 Wing. Awesome stuff. A great way to drown your sorrows after a Pirate defeat. All right, Reed, Brent, Shane, hang on. We go to B. Pace in Raleigh. What's up, Pace?
Hey, fellas. Holton, congratulations, brother. I'll give you some advice. I've been married for 12 years. When they start to do the wedding planning, just ask what time you need to be there.
Hey, that's all I'm going to do, man. People have been asking me. I'm like, yeah, that's on her. You're going to have to ask her that.
Yeah, just get on what time you need to be there, my man.
I love it.
So I thought Hope made a good point earlier about getting off script, because they definitely did that. I think we dropped 3 interceptions today. I think I counted. We dropped one was close. I mean, he was diving for it, but I think it was maybe 2 in the second half, 1 in the first half we dropped. So that definitely was part of the game. How, Holton, quarterback situation, do you start giving Hauser some first string reps this week?
You got to look at the film. I don't think Garcia played terrible. The pick, obviously, I think the pick was a really good coverage play by App State, but you also can't throw it in that situation if it's risky at all. Look, he's the gunslinger. That's what we've heard this whole time, and when he gets in the rhythm, he looks good, but the whole offense didn't look in the rhythm. I didn't think the quarterback was the issue tonight. Now, I mean, I'll go back and kind of watch some of the film and see what happened, but you got to start with, you got to get these guys into rhythm. Look, any quarterback who can't get into rhythm because of the play calling isn't going to be successful. It's very, very tough to. Look, our time of possession was 21 minutes tonight. App State's was 39. All the fast up-tempo stuff, when you're playing an offense that's going to hold the ball, and that was clearly their game plan, was to hold the ball and let the offense just go out there, do whatever they were doing, just let them do it fast, and then just get back on offense and try to hold the ball. And our defense gave us a chance to win tonight. Special teams didn't pull through, and neither did the offense.
Yeah, that was a coaching plan. Well, hopefully we win. Now, I will say this. Mike Houston has yet to beat an FBS team from the state of North Carolina in 6 years. So, all right, fellas.
All right, there is B. Pays. App State certainly has his number. Now 0-3 against the Mountaineers. All right, we go to Shane in Greenville next on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. What's up, Shane?
Man, it's a tough loss tonight. I mean, we had 16 points in the first quarter and then 3 points the rest of the game. I mean, this is hard to take. I mean, how do we, as a team, progress? I mean, I've seen teams under Logan. I've seen teams under Coles and Ruffin, and we just seem to win these type of games. But under Mike Houston, we don't. We just don't seem to come through in the end. We have a great defense, which is not an ECU tradition. Normally we're all offense, no defense. But this year we're solid defense. But no, how do we close these type of games out? That's what I want to hear from you guys.
Don't throw an interception.
And catch the ones that they throw you.
Yeah, well, no crap. I understand that.
Well, you just asked the question. What do you mean, no crap?
Yeah, no. I mean, how do we win these type of games, Fat Boy, and kind of get this stuff done?
We just told you. It's a stupid question.
No, quit giving me stupid answers. If you really want to get a program together, we got to win games like this. We have to win games against App State. We have to win games against Liberty. We have to win against UTSA. I mean, I've lived long enough to see Pirates beat teams like this and bigger programs. And I listen to you guys after fucking games and just...
They say the F word? Yeah. Thanks, Shane. 317-1250. We go to Brent in Canita. What's up, Brent?
Nothing much. I want to start this off on a high note. Congratulations to Holton Ahlers.
Thanks, Brent.
But we're going to take a deep dive here for a second. I thought we got absolutely beat in every facet of the game tonight. We come out hot, throw that first touchdown, amazing. You look at some of these stats, man. App State 424 passing yards on the game. Our run defense was good. We held them to 81. They almost threw double ours. Threw for 226 tonight. Rajay looked good. We had a good rushing game. What's the issue here? Why are we getting absolutely on third downs? My big thing on third downs. We're bringing the house. I agree. We should put pressure, make them make tough decisions with the ball, force bad passes. When are we going to sit back in coverage and make good plays on third down? I thought we got killed on the third and longs tonight. We had so many. They were in bad positions, and here comes the ball down the middle of the field for a 20-yard pass conversion on third down. That killed us tonight. Absolutely killed us. And it's tough to pin everything on one person tonight. But Conrad, that's a 4-point swing right there with the PAT and a field goal miss there. And we win that game if we score those. So if I had to pin it on one thing, special teams got to be better.
All right, Brent, good call. What do you think about his comments on the third down plays?
Yeah, man, I did notice, like, when me and Caden got here and watched the fourth quarter, they went cover 2 there on a late third down. I mean, the middle of the field is going to be wide open. Any quarterback in America is going to know that. And Harold doesn't run a lot of cover 2, so it looked like he said we were getting beat on third down a lot, and it seemed like he was reaching his bag trying to figure out something that worked. But, yeah, I mean, if Coach Harrell ain't got an answer, he's making the big bucks. I mean, from just watching it in the game, clearly we were doing the wrong things. We also got to get to the quarterback. We were early in the game, and then we kind of got tired at the end.
Yeah, I could tell that second half the energy was gone. I disagree with Brent. I don't think we lost a physical battle. I thought it was a pretty physical game both ways. I don't think it was completely dominant, App State dominating us. I do think we should put Siobhan in man coverage a lot more. I mean, I trust him so much. That's a lot of times we don't do on third downs. Let him strap someone up. He's potential first-round draft pick. I would love to see him just man coverage every third down. Stop giving him so much cushion.
The numbers are pretty astounding, and I watched this game, as you guys did, but on the UB stat sheet, he talked about the lack of rushing yards for App State. Castle had 40. Aguilar got credit for 28. Roberts 15, Marshall 8. I mean, that's nothing really.
Yeah.
But Aguilar 424 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
I'm with Caden though. Put Javon in man coverage, man. We were running quarters too much. He's bailing and just throwing out routes. Like, let's go press. And now look, Blake Harrell's not the issue, so we're not going to start this. I know I just kind of started that, but look, Siobhan's first-round draft pick. He looks really, really good. Just let him go play man. That's my one complaint about the defense. Other than that, defense did not lose this game.
Yeah, and App State, they're known for their stretch offense. They want to stretch you, wear you out, which they did wear us out, but they want to pound that rock for yards, and they just didn't do that tonight. But, third downs, like Brent said, they crushed us on the third down conversions.
317-1250, we go to Reed in Georgia. What's up, Reed?
Hey guys, I'm still waiting on that pizza from a couple weeks ago.
I sent it down there. Did you not get it yet?
Nah. All jokes aside, man, I think that if we ever need another coach, we don't need to do a national search, because all our fans have the answer and they have the game plan, and all our fans can just do it better than anybody else out there. So I don't know, man. I'm sorry. We're 2-1. That was not a bad game. Yes, there's stuff we need to work on. There's stuff that needs to be tightened up, but to that team, with our history against that team, and I don't want to say any loss is a good loss or a moral victory or anything, but I mean, we didn't get our tails whooped. I don't think. What about y'all?
I mean, it was a close game, so I definitely didn't think we got our tails whooped. And look, I mean,
for a time we were blowing them out.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened after that.
You got to keep scoring points offensively. Look, we're getting all the yards. We're getting yards offensively. You got to score. You got to put the ball in the end zone. And if you can't, you got to kick field goals, and we weren't doing either.
This is a heartbreaking game. That's what it is. It's a heartbreaking game. We haven't beat, an in-state school since 2018, UNC, a big rival. I don't even know if we consider App really a rival.
Yeah,
maybe historically, but
we need to beat them for them to be a rival.
But 2018, this school, I think everyone's just hungry for a in-state big game like this.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I think we played a physical game. I think App played an incredible physical game. I thought it was a great physical matchup. It's just heartbreaking. And App State is a top 5, top 10 G5 school. You're going to come down to the wire with teams like App State and Liberty. It's going to be tight, and you got to limit the mistakes. And we didn't limit the mistakes, and we got hammered on time of possession. That's why we lost.
I agree. I did not think they would beat us on the number of plays, and I saw that. I think it was in late second quarter they were talking. They had like 15 or 17 more plays than we did.
Some of that's on our defense. Some of that is 3 and outs. Just
fast 3 and outs at that.
Very quick. Yeah. All right, Reed. Anything else, man?
Hey, yeah, Holton, man. Congratulations. And look, mess up one thing. Pick one small thing in the wedding plans and mess it up. They'll never ask you to do anything.
I love it. Thanks, Reed.
It's not bad advice.
My wife and I are together 19 years, so trust me. Also, real quick, I got to shake hands with an incoming freshman, Dominic Moody, on the defensive line last night as North Cobb beat, oh, good Lord, who did they beat? North Paulding last night to go to 5-0 on the season. So, all right, we'll see y'all soon. Keep it going, guys.
We'll keep an eye out for him, Moody. All right, there is Reed down in Georgia. Scott, Kyle, David, we're getting to you next. That means we have one open line on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. It'll be filled immediately, so call fast, 317-1250. We are back with more of your calls on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Do you ever? East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too.
This is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning. Give me a call today, and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? U.S. Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250. Where's Holden and Caton? Still enjoying some Wings Over Greenville. Get the Wings Over app and check out the back-to-school specials. Wings Over Greenville will deliver it right to your door. 758 Wing. All right, 317-1250 on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Lauren, Scott, Kyle, hang on. We'll start this segment with David in Farmville. What's up, David?
Hey, guys. A couple of comments. Overall, disappointing to lose. Still haven't quite figured things out with App. I really, when we jumped out 16-0 early, it just looked like we just immediately went flat. We found ourselves in 3rd and long. When you look at that 65, 70-yard play over the top, we never went back to that. Everything was a little bit more toward the sideline, but we never really stretched the field. That was a little disappointing. I know Clemson took advantage of App. That was one of the weaknesses that they had. We exploited it early and just never went back to it. I don't know what the thought process was there. The other thing, running the ball, I thought we ran the ball well. I just didn't see them getting anybody on the outside. A lot of runs up the middle, and Rajay ran well. I thought he ran really well, but I just didn't see anything going on the outside. And then really, like I said, just falling behind, getting outscored 20-21 after being up 16 to nothing was disappointing. Special teams kind of let us down, but even if he had made the extra point and made the field goal, Apple's going to win the game there at the end with a field goal. So just got to find a way to get the offense in more rhythm. Jake kind of, you think about the first couple of games where he was throwing the ball all over the place. Yeah, he had some interceptions, but tonight they really kind of scaled it back a little bit, and we got to find somewhere happy medium between the two. Anyway, I appreciate it. Appreciate what you guys do. Thanks for the show, and go Pirates.
All right, David, thanks. Yeah, I thought about that during the game. Like, is Garcia being tentative this game due to what's happened the first 2 weeks?
I don't think so.
No, Garcia was not timid at all. He played, when he was throwing the ball, he was throwing the ball. I think it's exactly what Holton said. JDB, as soon as he got off script, everything else went downhill. And you prepare the script. If you don't want to talk about what a script is, so people know.
Yeah, so like going into a game, like the OC is going to get together with the coaches and maybe the quarterback, depending on what the coach thinks of the quarterback's mind going into it. But they're going to have the first 10 to 15 to 20 plays written down, and you literally just follow them in a line. And the only difference is if you get to a 3rd down, then you have a 3rd down chart too. So if it's a 3rd down, you get off that script and look at the first 3rd down script too. So it's really concerning that we only scored a touchdown that was within that script. Once we got off that script, the offense looked not good. We couldn't move the ball. So, we did move the ball. We couldn't score, but that's very concerning that we couldn't draw up plays to throw the ball downfield. I've said it in the past 2 weeks. We have not been throwing the ball downfield. This offense is meant to throw it deep. We got speed, guys. Let's throw it deep. Let's do it. We hit one early, like you said, over the middle. That's something I was telling Caden, off air, that touchdown play was something that a coach saw on film earlier in the week. That was not something JDB looked at his play call sheet and picked that play to run. That was chosen earlier in the week. So we did not score a touchdown that wasn't, off the script, off the fly, off of JDB.
Looking at the UB stat sheet, East Carolina, 226 passing yards, 98 rushing yards, 324 on the day for East Carolina as a whole. 317-1250. We go next to Kyle in LaGrange. Hey, Kyle.
Oh, what's going on, guys? I am so sick of losing to good teams. Looking before we break down the game a little bit, looking at the time since Mike Houston's been here, his best non-conference win was against BYU out in Provo. A couple good conference wins over Memphis, one over UCF. But besides that, pretty much what we've done under Mike Houston is beat bad teams. He can't beat good teams, at least not consistently. We just left so much out there. Anytime we were getting ready to do something, we shoot ourselves in the foot. Everybody's talked about the missed field goal, the missed extra point. You go down and you stop them on a 2-point conversion, and we get a stupid late hit penalty, which, gives them 2. So many points we left on the board. We hit a big pass over the middle, so well fumbles it. We hit a big pass, get it in the midfield, and next play, Garcia throws a pick. Every time we get something going, we shoot ourselves in the foot. The defense played their asses off. Defense gave us every chance to win that game in the fourth quarter, and we just refused to do it. We thought, no, we're not going to win. Special teams, offense, we're not going to help out the defense. We ain't going to do it. We refuse to win. We refuse to. So I don't know. It's beyond frustrating. You have a packed house. Everybody stays to the end, and we don't give them a reason to come back. I just at what point does this program start to turn the quarter? Holton, we thought we had turned the quarter with the program your senior season, and then it turns out you were better than a lot of people thought. So I don't know. I'm beyond frustrated. The potential's there. We can still be good this season, but you got to win this game at home, man. I mean, as far as Caton, you said is App a rival? I would say we need them to be a rival. That would take us beating them. They have passed us. They have passed us on the football field. The Sun Belt, now that the American's an absolute piece of crap, with schools like Charlotte in it and Florida Atlantic and Little Sisters of the Poor and the College of Your Mama. I mean, there isn't even an advantage in conference anymore. The Sun Belt, it may be more appealing than the American. We had the opportunity to beat a quality football team. I don't give a crap if they're from North Carolina or California. We had a chance to beat a quality football team at home in Greenville and couldn't get it done again. Now we go on the road, we play another quality football team, Liberty. I think Liberty's beatable. They should have lost to New Mexico State the other night, which, they lost their head coach and their quarterback to Vanderbilt. So, Liberty is beatable. But we can't do it if we can't score points. And the whole reason we bring JDB in is because Kirkpatrick's offense wasn't getting it done. And, it's just game 3. And, we put up yards. And tonight the yardage wasn't even that impressive. And we just can't score points. And it's so frustrating for this defense. This defense wanted this game so bad. So bad. You could tell how bad they wanted this football game. And I feel bad for those guys. They played their tails off on the defensive side of the ball. And like I say, the offense, every time we had an opportunity to do something, we'd screw it up. A fumble, an interception, missed field goal, missed extra point. And, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. But we need a quality non-conference win. Maybe we'll get it next week against Liberty before we get into conference play. And then again, I'm like, somebody mentioned does Hauser get the start next weekend? I'm not really putting this one on Garcia. Garcia didn't do anything to impress me, but I didn't love the play calling tonight. There wasn't much rhythm to the offense. And like Holton said, the offense is designed to go deep. Garcia, that's his strength. He's got a cannon. From what I understand, Hauser's more accurate on the underneath stuff. If you ain't going to go deep with Garcia, maybe the O-line's not holding up enough for him. But if you ain't going to go deep with Garcia, you might as well play Hauser, the kid that's more accurate with the underneath stuff, if we aren't going to go deep. That's all I got. Go Pirates.
There is Kyle in LaGrange. Glenn, can you fire up the college football on Xbox? I want to make college of your mama and start an online dynasty. 317-1250. Scott is up next in Wake Forest. What's up, Scott? Scott. Lauren, line 4 in Winterville. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Holton. Hey, Caden.
Hello.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, congrats, Holton, to you and your beloved on your announcement of your engagement. I think that's exciting.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I really, I enjoyed the game. I think we have a good team. Do we have a great team? No. I think App State is a good team, and I think that they showed that. I think that it was really the penalties that kept us out of it. When we had that penalty on the 2-point conversion, I said that's going to come back to bite us. And I think Jake did better. He didn't throw as many interceptions. The defense was as aggressive and as good as they always are. I think people are wanting success now, and I get it. I do as well. But we're only the first year into this new scheme of things, and I think that we're just going to have to ride it out. I think that we're only going to get better. And at any rate, I just wanted to give you my 2 cents worth, and go Pirates.
All right. Thank you for the call, Lauren in Winterville. I don't think this was like a bad loss, but because we played a pretty good team. But how did you describe it, Caden? A heartbreaking loss?
It's heartbreaking. Everyone is hungry. It reminds me a lot of the NC State loss a couple of years ago. It reminds me of the South Carolina loss.
It reminded me of Marshall last year, where we were like kind of winning, right? Or either right in the game, and then it just kind of got away at the end. And this one never really got away. But man, hearing Kyle's call and Pace's call and this feeling and watching the game felt like I was back in 2023.
Yeah,
defense doing all they could.
Let's not forget we scored 16 in the first quarter. I mean,
flying out of the gate,
and we had a pick six. I mean, everything was going crazy. Like, we looked great, and then we lost the juice. I guess I don't know really what it was. Like, the offense just stalled and couldn't do anything. Special teams couldn't make a kick. So, not a fun one.
317-1250. You get a break in, Shirley. All right, Joe, Nick, Evan. We're gonna get to you, and we'll have an open line. Georgia's kicking the ball around. Not off to a great start here in Lexington. They are scoreless in the first quarter. Toledo up on Mississippi State. What in the world's going on in the SEC tonight? We'll keep you up to date on that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. Take a break, come back, have more for you after these words.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit Elite ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Pirate Radio, no one can outwork us. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right. We've got a few games that are of interest. Miami Hurricanes, I should say, are beating up on Ball State 41-0. They're in the third quarter. And Charlotte is trailing Gardner-Webb 20-3 in the third quarter. Other games going on right now. North Carolina is holding on to a 17-10 lead over North Carolina Central in the third quarter. Duke is trailing UConn 21-17 in the third. It is Liberty 14, UTEP 10 in the third. Virginia Tech leads Old Dominion 20-10 in the third quarter. Wake Forest trails number 5 Ole Miss 23-6 with about 9 seconds left to go in the first half as South Florida leads Southern Miss 21-14. Texas leads 28-7 over UTSA in the second quarter. The big story there, the starting quarterback got injured, and Arch Manning has scored 2 touchdowns in that game so far in relief. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. They are open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and free entry for ladies all weekend long. Follow The Buck on Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back in to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250 on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Thanks to Wings Over Greenville for the awesome post-game food. 758 Wing. They'll deliver right to your door. Make sure you get the Wings Over app and check out the back-to-school specials. All right, we have Evan, Nick, and we'll start with Joe, who is in Greenville on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Hey, Joe.
Hey, guys. I tell you what, I couldn't tell you the last time I've been so frustrated. I know Coach Houston has talked about this special teams coach and how good he is. Through 3 games, how many turnovers, mistakes, whatever you want to call it, how many have we had in 3 games? We've had 2 missed points that I can count on. We've had a couple missed field goals. I believe we've had maybe a fumbler. I mean, our special teams, they're just not as good as they should be, in my opinion. And then we've got players. There's constantly motion penalties, personal fouls. I mean, this is what's killing us. And to me, that's coaching and that's discipline.
All right, there's Joe. What do you think about the special teams?
I mean, I think the return game's been really, I think, a bright spot on the special team side. And look, the special teams coach inherited the kicker and the punter. And look, I mean, they're good friends of mine, but you still got to go out there and produce. I'm not saying Luke did. I don't know what he averaged, but we missed some kicks. So he inherited those guys. But yeah, I mean, the penalty side, Caden, I mean, I think the penalties were pretty even.
Yeah, they had 5 penalties for 61 yards. We have 6 for 42. I mean, we were pretty even on the whole stat line besides the time of possession.
Got a little lucky, undisciplined. Revel could have easily been flagged for, and the kicker did flop, but Revel did kind of push at least. It wasn't a punch, but it was a push after the play, and there was a lot of talking and pushing and stuff going on.
Well, this doesn't sound like an excuse again, but a lot of times, like that holding call we had on kickoff, you gotta remember those are a lot of times you're 2, 3, sometimes 4 deep guys. Like they're the, I'm not gonna say not as good guys, but they're guys that aren't out there often. They're trying to make plays. So a lot of times it's hard to make sure, hey, guys are disciplined. There are a lot of times guys that don't see the field much. This is the only time they ever see a field.
And I will say, holding on kickoff, on any good kickoff return, 50% of the time, go to any college game in America, there's going to be a flag for holding. So, I mean, welcome to college athletics. Hate to say it, it sucks. I know we got to clean it up. But, yeah, I mean, holding on kickoff is a, countrywide thing with college football.
Joe, I love to hear from you. Hate it's under these circumstances. Anything else?
I'm about to say I'm really glad we're 2-1, but even last week after winning the last game, good Lord, I've never been so frustrated. It just seems like we're just keep making so many stupid mistakes, even when we win, which is nice to be able to win. But, boy, it has been an extremely frustrating year so far. And we have really got to clean things up. Coach Houston said we can beat everybody on the schedule. We're going to have to play a whole lot better than what we're playing so far. Because you think about it today, like we started out with 16 points, and then they shut us out pretty much the rest of the game except for one field goal. It's just... 1 minute you're explosive and the next minute nothing. I mean, nothing, So it's just, like I said, it's just been a frustrating year so far. But I am glad to be 2-1.
All right, Joe. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
All right, there is Joe in Greenville, 317-1250. We go to Nick in Cleveland, North Carolina. Hey, Nick.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. What's up? Nick.
Oh, am I live?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Hi, this is Nick from the community. Here, just wondering, ECU played a great game today. They almost beat App State. App State's obviously a great program, over the years have beaten Michigan, Texas A&M, South Carolina. Great program. Just wondering, what do you guys think ECU could do to get their program to that caliber? And also, how do you feel about the home field advantage at ECU?
All right. Thanks, Nick.
This guy, is he an ECU fan or?
I
don't know. I think the home field advantage today was pretty good. I don't know. ECU is one of the best places you can play at a G5 school. I think getting back to, App State level, you just got to do good in the NIL these days. Football is not the same as it used to be. So I think you just got to keep winning games. Defense has to play. Offense has to show up. But, great call out by Nick. Like I said before, App State's a top G5 school. You got to beat top G5 schools. You got to go next week against Liberty and beat a top G5 school. I mean, you got to win games. That's how you do it. It's simple.
100%. Home field advantage thing, look, I think any fan with any common knowledge would rather have ECU's home field advantage than App. But App came in here, won. And we went to App last year and lost, so clearly home field advantage don't mean too much. But yeah, I mean, we got to beat them. So in the story, that's it.
All right, 317-1250. Back to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Evan's up in Raleigh. Hey, Evan. Evan. We go to Trey down in Florida. I always struggle saying that place. Hey, Trey. Where is everybody? What are y'all doing? Y'all can't hang on tonight? Shirley, you want to try Cameron in Greenville? I know he'll be there. He's got a lot to say all the time. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, guys. I mean, frustrating loss. There's nothing I can say that nobody else is going to say, but let's put it in perspective a little bit here. I mean, we're 2-1. If you'd have told me going into the first 3 games would be 2-1, I would have taken it every time. So, yes, it's frustrating. Season's not over. Got to catch balls for the wide receivers, got to catch balls for interception. Little nugget, though, is Andrew Conrad has missed more field goals and extra points than Owen Daffer did in his entire career. And that's not, I'm not harping on Andrew because, you know, he's made some long field goals, but it's just something to think about. Special teams has not been good since Verity left, apart from the 2021 year when we had a good year in special teams. But tough loss, but let's see what we can do against Liberty guys, and hopefully we can bounce back. And as always, go Pirates.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
That was a very subdued call from Cameron.
I'm in shock.
Usually he's first up and it's still, you know.
Adrenaline's running.
Yeah. He had a time to think about this one. All right. We go to Mike in LaGrange. What's up, Mike?
I just talked about the unnecessary throws that Garcia makes, leading the nation in interceptions. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. So on that last one, Holden, you like the Tony Romo in here. You called the play before it happened, and you called that one, and it almost looked like Garcia. Again, who am I? But you can talk about it. But it looked like he kind of locked into right and just kind of watched him cross the field to me.
Yeah, so it's a cross route. And, you know, Clip, I went through the film and, you know, on social media of the past games, went over, and I went over the cross route. Hopefully if fans have seen it at all, they know I've went over that route, and that's JDB's third down call. And as soon as Winston Wright motioned in, you're motioning him in to get him a full-speed cross route. And guess what? Well, App State also they're not watching my social media clips, but they're watching the film. I mean, we run it, you know, it seems like a lot on, you know, third down. And look, that's a staple of the offense that we run, but you got to come up with something else. And when you motion him in, I mean, there's only one route he's running, and it's the route that we threw a pick on. So, yes, we shouldn't have thrown it, but App State has probably been practicing that play. I know they've been practicing that play since they started practicing for ECU. So, I mean, that's my answer on that one.
A little nugget call out on that play as well. Holtman was calling, throw it to him, throw it to him. You were calling it.
I said cross. I didn't say throw the cross.
Yeah, we'll debate that one, but.
Well, if you were there, I said cross.
You were calling the play. I mean, we couldn't see what was going on down the field.
But I will give that DB credit. He was supposed to, like, a lot of times those DBs would chase on that route, and he sat there, and it was a great defensive call.
Rules. They were going cover 3, and he had a deep third, and instead of, you know, chasing the post, he stuck to his rules because they've seen the film so much and knew the cross was coming.
Absolutely great defensive call.
All right, next up on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line, we go to Rob in Washington. Hey, Rob.
What's happening, boys?
What's up?
I mean, look, boys, App came in. They're a more experienced team than us. We're new offense, new quarterback, and they played the odds. They came in. They slowed the pace of the game down when they had the ball. And their whole game plan was to control the ball and let us make mistakes. That's all. That was their whole game plan, just to let us lose the game. They're going to run their stuff. They're going to let us make mistakes and lose it. That plan barely played out for them. If we don't miss a field goal, that's it. They're done. So they came in here trying to play like they're more experienced. They're just going to slow it down, not give us opportunities, and let us make mistakes and let their experience play out. And it barely worked for them. Like it could have backfired on them.
It could have. It didn't though.
Well, they did throw the ball 47 times for 424 yards.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about they're huddled. They huddled. They were running clock.
And took the time of possession.
No, they did.
That's fair.
They ran that clock. I'll give it. They ran that clock down each time, at least to 10 or under 10 before they snapped the ball.
And we helped them out with some extremely fast 3-and-outs as well.
Yep.
So they're going to play, like I say, conservative. I know they threw a lot, but I mean as far as like their overall game plan.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just hold the ball. Let us make. They looked at our past games as like let them beat themselves, and we'll just run a nice smooth game and let ECU lose it, and we'll just like that.
Yeah.
My point is they weren't aggressive. They weren't trying to like beat us down and be aggressive and come at us. They're just like we'll sit back and let them lose the game, and it almost backfired on.
Yeah. Well, right now that's the kind of team we are, right? If you look at ECU, you say they're going to beat themselves eventually.
Yeah, 100%. And look. They also didn't panic. I mean, that's honestly a great call out, Rob. Like, they were down 16-0 and didn't panic and just stomped back. They stayed true to their game plan and said, you know what, the offense will eventually slow down. The offense will eventually make mistakes and give us the ball back. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, and in the fourth quarter we'll win it. And that's what they did.
And I agree with Rob as well. They stuck this game plan. They stuck to it, but also they killed us on start of possessions. We were pinned deep so many times. And then when we punted, they got the ball around midfield each time. They killed us on that. And I agree. They were playing their odds. They played it a very flawless game. And if that was really their game plan of just stalling the game down.
Yeah, and it's like it's a kind of a man. It's kind of a weak move by them, but it worked out.
Oh, well.
I'm lucky that it worked out.
I guess.
It could have backfired with one field goal kick.
Well, like you said, they knew we'd blow it. They knew we'd kill ourselves, and we did.
Okay, but
I'm agreeing with you. What do you mean?
What I'm saying is that is not a strong-willed, aggressive mentality.
Who cares? They beat us.
But it could. Okay, I know. But
do you want me to give you the phone number to the app show?
Yeah, you need to call.
They're one missed field goal away from going home with a loss. Like I'm saying that panned out for them.
We almost got them.
Right.
We almost got them.
Yeah. All right, Rob.
It's weak by them.
I hear you, man. Hey, good call. Thank you, man. But what I'm saying is,
Rob sounds like the guy who's mad at the guy on Madden when you're losing. He takes a knee instead of like throwing it when you're up on the game.
That is weak.
Yeah, that's a weak move, man.
All right, we go to Samuel in Greenville. Hey, Samuel.
What's up, Clip? How you guys doing?
We're
What's going on?
What's up, Samuel?
Guys, I just don't know if this is a defensive loss or offensive loss. I'm pretty disappointed in our performance tonight. I don't know what we need to do going forward, but we need to flip the script and turn this thing around. I thought we were back, but the Pirates need to really kind of dial it back in. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for all you do.
All right, Samuel.
I think
if you got to point one finger to one placeholder,
you got to score points offense. I mean, look, if we go into that game and you ask any ECU fan, okay, we got to score 22 points to win this game, who would not take that?
Yeah, exactly.
Any player on the offense would take. I mean, the whole program would take it.
By the way, our defense scored tonight too.
Yeah. And that interception that bounced off should have been an interception. Bounced off his face mask. Could have been a game-winning interception.
Yeah. But I mean, it would have been nice, but I don't even blame it on him.
No.
I mean, you got to score. You got to score points on offense. We scored 6 points.
But I was about to say the defense almost scored the game winner, anyways.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, Bryce, and Liam. We will get to your calls. We have an open line, 317-1250 on the Big Rock Power Sports live line. Big Rock Power Sports has everything you need to conquer the outdoors. If you're in the market for an ATV, side-by-side, motorcycle, personal watercraft, or a boat, make Big Rock Power Sports Marine your next stop. 5 locations in eastern North Carolina. Big Rock Power Sports. Choose your adventure. 317-1250. We will be back with you on the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Call-In Show after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahia sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Mac McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
Well, welcome back. This segment brought to you by National Finance Company. Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy to get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you on the Bud Light, or what are we on? U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. Been a long day. Colorado having a long night. They have yet to score. We are halfway through the second quarter. It is Colorado State 3, Colorado 0. We'll keep you updated on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. But right now, more of your calls after East Carolina's loss tonight to Appalachian State. Bill, Mark, Bryce, hang on. We'll get to you. But right now, we go to Liam in Wilmington. Hey, Liam.
Hey, guys. How you been? I just wanted to point out that first drive was oddly reminiscent of that Washington last year with Michael Penix. They did a lot of great stuff last year, but that first drive kind of set the tone of what some of us thought would be the game, but kind of slowed down from there. And that defense was okay. I'll support the defense. It was okay. It wasn't the best, but it'll get you through a game. Obviously not a solid game for our offense, but I mean, not really what we were looking for when we go play an in-state rival. I just wanted to point out the announcers were kind of pointing out the App State quarterback a little bit, so that kind of got me a little angry. So that's it, guys. Go Pirates.
All right. Thanks, Liam. Well, he did have a good game. What do you think of the Penix Washington
I will
comparison?
tell you, they did run some empty stuff with some seams. So Liam's watching his film. I don't know what film he's watching, but when he said that, I had to pause for a second. I was like, wait, he's actually telling the truth. Like, they actually ran those plays last year. So shout out to Liam for that.
Colorado heard me. Shador Sanders hits receiver for a touchdown. They get on the board. Thanks for the call, Liam. We go now to Bryce in Kill Devil Hills. What up, Bryce?
Evening, guys. I have two things I'd like to bring up, and I'm a big, Steven Igo stan, and I swear when we missed that first extra point, I knew it was going to haunt us. Because it's one of those very basic things where they're not going for two. Say they get the 2 touchdowns and a field goal, then it's 17 all, 20 all, and then it's a fight to the death in the end. And I counted 3 drop passes, 3 dropped interceptions, and a couple of awful penalties that could have changed some things on our end. So it's to say we beat ourselves, today would be kind of an understatement by observations. But I guess the other thing is the lack of offense. I feel like this is one of those tone tempo offenses, and the way that Jake is playing, if he's not allowed to get in it, and App did a master class in slowing him down with the quote unquote injuries on the field, when things were going their way, whatever. It's gamesmanship, and I know you know what that is, and I just don't know. Live by the sword, die by the sword offense, it feels like. And I hope that's not the case. It will get us, maybe 2 or 3 more wins, but it could really, really go in the other direction. Those are my thoughts.
Bryce, good to hear from you, man.
I agree with Bryce. I was with a good buddy who was an App State grad who watched the game with me on the FIC, and we missed that field goal, and he's like, "It's gonna come back and haunt you guys," and I kid you not,
it did.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, man, like this offense, Ken, we were talking off air. Like, the offense is built to have big plays and to put up yards, and we're putting up the yards, but without big plays. So if we're not putting up big plays, like, we're gonna struggle. And look, people are going to kill me for saying this. Look, I know Donnie Kirkpatrick last year, the offense was brutal. It's nothing compared to this. We've scored 20 points and 19 points versus our 2 first FBS opponents this year. So let's not act like this offense is doing great right now, because it's not. We're not scoring points. We're putting up yards. We're not scoring points. The question is, if Donnie didn't have a quarterback problem last year, if he had, this talent and this, like, would he have scored more points in this offense? Now, look, EC fans are going to haunt me for this one, but I'm just telling you, like, we've scored 20 and 19 points in the first 2 FBS opponents in this new era of OC. So
you want to see more from John David Baker and this offense?
I do. Yeah.
Hypothesis Holton.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah.
Mark is up in Gardner. Hello, Mark.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
All right.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you guys I appreciate what you guys do. You guys do a great job here with your all show. Holton, congratulations on your recent engagement.
Thanks, Mark.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, just want to let you guys, huge fan of ECU. I've grown up in my whole entire life around a few different college programs. The only thing I'm going to say is this is to the ECU fans. I think it was a great game today. Unfortunately, we came out on the losing end of it. But I wish that the ECU fan base would learn that, these players are young players. They play their hearts out. They do the very best that they can do. And that try and give a little bit more backing to the players and support the team better and stop all the hate and dislike, because as Holton and Caden can tell you, they played there when the program was probably at one of its worst moments. And they gave it their all the time.
I agree, 100%.
You guys said as much during the break. There was a caller that said this is like as bad as it's been. I was like, no, it's not. And I mean, we know it's been worse.
We've been through worse times.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark.
Yeah, that was a good call, Mark.
Mark, if I could say something to the Pirate fans, don't go ape crap when our team's going for it on 4th down. There's no need to get really loud. I'm not saying that caused the false start or whatever, but keep it quiet if we go for
quarterback one of these. Peyton Manning, I love doing that in the stadium. That means the crowd's getting juiced. That means the offense is doing good. Hit one of those bad boys.
All right, we go to Bill on the way home to Clemson. Hey, Bill.
Hey, how's it going tonight?
All right.
Well, anyway, I didn't hear the caller right before because I was in the car, like you say, but I got a couple things. So first of all, I hadn't seen any East Carolina games because I've been too involved in the Clemson stuff. I've just come back to my alma mater for this game. Just happened to be App State that Clemson took down last weekend. I knew they were going to come in on fire, but it's like one of your callers said, they kind of were really slow and steady, which I thought was good. And, you know, I listened to the pregame show today, and so I obviously knew that we possibly had some problems with our quarterback with the interception problem. I thought he was really good. The way we came out firing at the beginning, I was very impressed with that first drive. And then, you know, in most of the drives I was pretty impressed with. But that last one that you guys were talking about, it's a play, I guess, that ECU uses a lot on 3rd down. And he absolutely telegraphed that ball. And from what I recall, had a man wide open in the middle, but he just absolutely zeroed in and, you know, got the interception. And to me, I mean, honestly, there were obviously lots of different things you can look at, but that was the ball game. And so I don't know. You guys tell me. I think maybe he's improved a little bit, maybe from what he showed before as far as his accuracy goes, and maybe forcing. There was one play where he threw it right down the middle, and there were 3 defenders all pretty close to our receiver, but he threw that thing like on a rail and got it completed, and I was like, oh my gosh. But I was impressed with that pass. So, you know, hey, I think East Carolina's going to have a good team. I hope, because that's my alma mater. I'm just, you know, a little bit nervous every time I come to a game up here. And I'm just hoping that, you know, over the next period of years. I graduated in 82, so I went through some pretty decent years and then a couple of sad years when I was there. I just want to see us come back to be like App State can be, a giant killer, you know, where we can go out and get the big boys. And I don't know if we'll ever get back to that, but I hope we do.
Bill, thanks for the call. Glad you got to come to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Wish you saw a win tonight. He's basically asking about Garcia, and it sounds like he was getting his first look at him really tonight, so he can only go by what he saw tonight. What did you think of Garcia tonight compared to the first 2 games?
I agree with Bill. I think Garcia came out, especially in the beginning, and he looked confident. He was throwing the ball in a rifle. Like, he has a rifle of an arm, and he looked good. Oh, you know, you got to remember that one fumble that was going into halftime, going into halftime. You know, that's a drive killer right there. I mean, Garcia put the ball right on him, and the receiver fumbled it. You know, look, like, he looked confident out there. He did have that really, really, you know, kind of bad pick, but I thought he looked good. I thought he just, you know, had that one mistake, and other than that, you know, he threw a couple balls behind. But I think he looked pretty confident out there and definitely limited the mistakes he's had the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he looked. I think the offense just didn't look good in my opinion. I mean, I think he, I guess, looked better turnover wise, not putting the ball in danger as much. But also late in the game, I mean, when you're driving, he threw a really good back shoulder to the freshman. You're driving, and then you go to the play call that I've talked about before, the cross play. And look, that's the main read. I understand that's the main read. He talked about, Bill talked about him eyeing it down. He definitely did. But look, if it's not open, you got to get off of it too. I mean, I probably did that many times in my career. I'm sure fans have called in about it. I'm just telling you what my viewpoints of it is. You can't stare it down. If it's not open, get to the next one.
He had just hit a big play to the freshman, right?
Yeah,
we were talking about that
fade.
play.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he got too jazzed up or something and because that was the very next play, I want to say.
Yeah, it was. And, look, it was a great throw even on that one, and we needed it. But the freshman also had him beat by, 3-4 yards. I'm hoping I can see it on the film when I go over it this week, because that's something I keep preaching is we got to get the ball downfield on some go balls, and we're just not doing it right now.
And that's what I was excited about in the beginning of the game. Garcia hit a guy in stride, deep ball. I love that. But you're right. That end of game deep ball, he threw it back shoulder, and I think he hit him in stride. That might have been a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. There's a chat going on Facebook right now. Megan says, I'm not hating on players, but want to see heart and not just who gets the best NIL deal. Megan, I may be wrong. I feel like those are good words to type on Facebook or a message board, and people will say, yeah, you're right. But, were you monitoring players' heart meters tonight? What players specifically lacked heart tonight for ECU?
Let's talk about that on the next side. I saw something I want to talk about.
Okay, all right. We'll talk heart. Are we showing enough heart?
Are we?
I hope so. Is that really Jacob Jenkins Cowart? All right. We're 95% sure JC's on. Chris, Phillip. I'm not sold. We'll see. Back with you. If it's really you, text me. Back after this. Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Chris Barsani from Orthopedic Season Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injuries or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedic Seats provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, Miami is in cruise control in the fourth quarter. They lead Ball State 55-0. It is FAU 14, FIU 7. Gardner-Webb is holding on to a 20-12 lead over Charlotte. It is Carolina 31, North Carolina Central 10. Duke holding on to a 26-21 lead over UConn in the fourth quarter. It is UTEP leading Liberty 21-10. Virginia Tech leading Old Dominion 31-10 in the fourth quarter. And let's see, Texas leads UTSA 28-7 at the half. And Colorado leads Colorado State 7-3 in the second quarter. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Bucket. Is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and free entry for ladies all weekend long. Follow The Buck on the Instagram for an updated schedule, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. Next to Little Caesars on Charles Boulevard in Greenville, in front of Lowe's Home Improvement on Memorial Drive in Greenville, next to Walmart on 10th Street in Greenville, and the U.S. Cellular store and the Greenville Mall behind the Chick-fil-A. We'll get back to the heart discussion in a moment, but we've got calls on, including Billy Weaver, who we think is Jacob Jenkins Cowart. The Stars are out tonight. Chris, hang on. We'll go to Philip in New Bern. Hey, Philip.
Hey, guys. How are y'all?
Fantastic.
Hey, Holton, congratulations on the engagement, buddy.
Thanks, Philip.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
These are great.
Thank you.
Anyway, I felt like we played to lose. The play calling towards the second half was like we weren't playing to like run up the score and win. We're just playing just like not to lose, which is very frustrating. I feel like we've come a long way in the past couple of years, but I feel like we have to we need to be a little more dynamic in the future. But anyway, Cliff, go Cowboys. Hope all's well. See you guys.
All right, Philip.
On you, Cliff.
And unfortunately, that has been a Mike Houston MO for his whole time here. Not enough aggressiveness, I guess, and taking the air out of the ball. That's been a stigma, I think, attached to him a little bit, at least from the calls we get.
I agree, but he's been very vocal, and look, I'm very close with him, and I've talked to him. Like, the offense, he's not touching. The offense is JDB and Caden. We've talked to him, too. Like, in the past, he maybe had a little bit more say-so. He is not – the only thing he's making decisions on is fourth down and when to kick it and, like, when to go for it. He is not making decisions – on the play calling. He gave it. He believes he made the right hire. He's letting JDB take it, and he's living or dying with him. So it's not Houston.
All right, there you go. We go to Chris in Blunt Creek. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Cliff. How are you?
What's up, man?
Well, just wanted to touch base. Congrats, Holton. I think that's the most important thing of the whole weekend.
I appreciate it, man. That means a lot.
For those just tuning in, Holton proposed and Grace said yes.
Yes, so I'm engaged.
You have been such an outstanding role model for my son Walker and so many kids in Pitt County, and I just can't say enough great things about Holton Aylers. I mean, you just.
I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me. That's why I came to ECU. That's why I stayed at ECU. So it means a lot.
Well, he will always be your number one ball boy for sure.
Yes, sir. Back in them Conley days, I love it.
Amazing how time flies, no doubt, no doubt. So real quick, is it true that Mike Houston is 0 for North Carolina in-state opponents?
That's what they're saying.
0 for opponent. Okay. All right. Well, I hope he stews on it, and I know he will. But I find it interesting, those call-in shows, his weekly coaching shows. He won't take any phone calls. He won't answer any questions about last year's quarterback debacle. But I know that's in the past, so we're going to let that go. Tonight, I really feel like special teams lost tonight. I mean, they left points on the board that cost us the game. I mean, I don't know any other way of putting it. Everybody's talking about offense or defense. They're the ones that had the chance to score, and we didn't. then I feel like we got outcoached from the second quarter on. Whatever adjustments they made to keep us after the first quarter, they pretty much stifled us. I mean, we can move. I don't care if you got 1,000 yards moving up and down in between goal line and goal line. If you can't get it in the end zone, it doesn't matter.
Agreed.
We failed to execute. And now here's where I'm going to get controversial. We had a huge crowd. I'm on the third row at the 40-yard line. It is a dead crowd. They don't want you to stand up. They sit there and holler at you, sit down. You try to get loud. You try to stand up. You make some noise, and people are telling you, sit. I'm like, have you not watched some of these games on TV across the country? Those people are standing up and cheering and going at it from beginning to end. And we're sitting around, and I know this is real touchy, but you would think we were at a wine and cheese party. People sitting around on their butts, and, I mean, they don't act like they know when to make noise. They don't act like they know when to be quiet. They don't act like educated football fans. And I blame that on the fact that we haven't had a very successful past in the last few years. I mean, the last couple of years has been tough. But I've grown up a Pirate fan, and I've watched this my whole life. And it's just like, yeah, we can have 45 or 50,000 people there, but half of them aren't in the stands when the game starts, and then half of them want to leave at halftime because the tailgating's out there. Hey, man, let's go back to our party. I feel I challenge Pirate Nation to step it up at game day.
Well, I hate to say that came through on the TV. I thought maybe they didn't have the crowd mic'd up properly or my TV was messed up. But for the amount of people there, I didn't hear the crowd pops and saying y'all were there.
First quarter it wasn't. Kate, yeah. You can talk about
So
it.
first quarter I thought it was pretty live. Like when we were up 16-0, like I felt it. But I agree with him. When after halftime, it felt dead. And it felt like, honestly, just the feeling. It didn't feel like a good feeling. You kind of felt like this is where it's
something bad's
gonna happen. And the stadium felt quiet. And I'm not blaming the crowd on this, but guys feel that. So.
Well, Chris made a good point too. The lack of success here recently has soured a lot of folks.
Yeah.
So.
And one
it's a huge game though. I mean, you got to be loud. Like, I mean, if fans want to show up and people want to call into this show, if they're not screaming their head off at the game, I mean, my voice is gone a little bit because I was screaming. So, yeah, I mean, you can have the numbers with the crowds, but if they ain't being loud, it don't help.
I could be completely wrong here. When I was in the stadium, because I got in a little bit late, those lines were moving so slow today, and I stood in line for like 30 minutes. I did not hear one purple gold chant from side to side. I heard people trying to start it in their sections, but like from side to side, I didn't hear one all the whole day.
The Mike Houston versus North Carolina schools. If I was Mike Houston's agent, I would throw in, hey, we've beat Campbell and Gardner-Webb, but those don't count. For FBS schools, they lost today. Last year, they lost to App State and Charlotte. 22 lost to NC State. 21 lost to App State. 20 did not play a North Carolina school. So, and then 19 lost to NC State. So, yeah, that would be over against North Carolina schools in the FBS. All right. Is this really Jacob Jenkins Coward?
You tell me.
It is.
Come on, John.
JC?
Gentlemen, hey, this is going to be a little bit different than your calls in the beginning of the night, I reckon.
All right.
And Holton is going to know where I'm going with this. Just listening to the call-in show, man. I got nothing really negative to say about the players and how that game was played. Obviously, there were mistakes, but this is a privilege. The Pirates are 2-1. All right, we got night and day offense from last year, and here we are. We're competing for the group of 5, like college football playoff thing. I don't know the whole, name of it, but you know how crazy that is to go from 2-10 last year or whatever we were. Well, my thing is, I love it. We lost a good football game tonight, and it's hard being a college athlete, especially with how devoted our fan base is. And Holden knows this best. When you're good, they love you. When they're bad, they hate you. So I just want the boys to keep their head up. Hey, I don't know who he's going to throw it to, but just know Jay Garcia is going to let that ball rip. And
No, I agree on this one. We were talking off air, me and Clip were, and I was like, we're gonna win 9 football games this year, and we're gonna look back and be like, wow, we thought the program was on fire, on fire in the bad way, on a dumpster fire. I was like, last year we went 2-10, boys. Like we're gonna win a lot of games this year, and like, yeah, it is a privilege to do it, and like people also need to realize like, going from 2-10 to even 8-4, like that is a huge jump, probably the best jump in college football, and I think we're gonna win more than that. So like, yeah, I mean, I think every game we play, I know every game we play in, we're going to have a chance to win. So, I mean, I think that's a great call out. Yeah, I mean, it sucks losing to an in-state school, a good team. We were in it. We didn't get blown out. And we're going to win a lot of games this year. I think that's a positive take from tonight.
Exactly. We lost a good football game to a good football team, and we lost off mistakes, and mistakes happen, and we gotta correct them. And I really like JC calling it out. Being a student athlete's hard. They want to win more than anyone. I know Pirate fans want to win. But these guys are doing 40 plus, not even 40, 60, 80-hour weeks just grinding plus school. Like, we want to win. So I appreciate it, JC.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. This is, I mean, like you said, we're going to look back and see, we lost to App State. Well, we're in the Elite Bowl because we're 9-3, so boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Jason. Sean. JC, good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, good to hear from y'all. Hopefully, I'll be up there in the next couple weekends.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Come on and see us.
All right. Thanks, gentlemen.
Later on.
See you, brother.
All right. Jacob Jenkins-Coward joining us.
I appreciate the positivity. I really do, Cliff. When we were talking about it off air, I was like, look, we're going to look back.
Well, y'all kind of shocked me. First of all, Caden said, we're going to be good. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Holden said, yeah, we're going 9-3.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously think, look, Liberty hasn't looked good. UTSA hasn't looked good. And the rest of our conference is trash. I hate to say it. I mean, the guy talking about the Sun Belt earlier, like, I'm a big Sun Belt guy because I think they have good local teams that play good football. Mm-hmm. And I think the American Conference has non-local teams that play bad football. So, yeah, I don't think the conference is good. I think our next 2 games, we got to win at least one of them. And then from there, you're going to streak off wins. You're going to see a streak off wins once you get in the conference.
Clip. And I'm going to make a lot of people probably uptight here for the positivity I'm about to spew. The Sun Belt's going to beat each other up. They're going to beat each other up, and I don't think anyone makes out the Sun Belt with 1 or 2 losses. We still got a chance. We can still pull out 11-1. We still got a chance. I'm positive here.
All right.
And here comes the hate.
Boise, Northern Illinois.
They're going to beat each other up.
That's nuts.
So as long as
Clip, or was that an audio?
That's an old man. That's Mac McCarthy. We go to Weave in Farmville. Billy Weaver. What's up, Weave?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. And, I just wanted to call in because I was calling in just to say, hey, no crappy game, as far as the outcome, like you guys said, a heartbreaking game, and the Pirate fans are definitely upset. But, I was listening to Holton, and I've been listening to you guys last couple of weeks, and I was calling in to compliment Holton because as a former player, and especially a player that still has ties and friends with guys on the team right now, it's hard to be critical. Holton, I got to commend you in getting up there and keeping it real. And saying what needs to be said and, not going overboard either way with it and just calling it like you see it. That's awesome. So I was calling to compliment Holton until I'm listening and Holton says we're going to go 9-3. Come on. Come on now.
So you told me I was doing good, but now I suck, Billy? Is that what you're saying?
Well, so with that all being said, that should make you feel right at home at East Carolina with all you've had to deal with on the field with everybody saying, man, Holton, you suck. Oh, Holton, we love you. It's an up and down thing every week. So
it is 100%. I was in the break room, Billy, and you know this. We got food back there, and I was talking, and they're like, yeah, this is tough. Y'all are going to have a tough one tonight. And I said, yeah, but this ain't nothing like playing. I can deal with this 100 times over if I have to.
Yeah, it was a tough one tonight, but hey, man, I was happy as anybody could be at a football game. I was there with my grandson, his very first ECU football game. He's 7 months old. I can remember my daughter being, as a matter of fact, this will take you back a little ways. I was talking to my daughter, and her very first ECU football game, she was a toddler. She was not even a year old, I don't think, and it was 1999. It was the season opener at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium against Duke. I remember it like it was yesterday, and so this was kind of special with me. Her child now in his first game at ECU, so it was kind of cool. Just wish it would have been a win.
That was a great picture, Weave. Saw that on social media, and a great game day experience, but did not have the outcome, obviously. Well, so you're firing back at Holden for saying 9-3. What's your record prediction after 3 weeks?
Well, I still think the team can win 7 games. I think 9's a lot. But I think they can win 7, but they've got to clean up the mistakes like you guys have talked about. And, I had said coming into this game to some folks, they were asking, well, what do you think about the App State game, what they got to do? And I said, well, same thing that I said going into the Old Dominion game. They can't continue to turn the ball over against good teams and expect to win. And they did that against Old Dominion, still turning the ball over, but they squeaked out a win. The turnovers today just bit them, and missed opportunities. I hated it for the defense not to be able to come up with that big interception. There were 2 missed interceptions, or that could have been interceptions, that could have really kind of swung the game in the second half, and maybe the offense could have gotten some momentum about after those turnovers, but they just didn't happen. And missed opportunities, you got to hate that, and especially in front of the crowd that they had tonight. I just hope the crowd stays in it and doesn't say, okay, here we go again. This is typical ECU, and not show up. I just hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I mean, next week's important. If you go on the road and beat Liberty, I think that would draw a few more people out to see UTSA. I just don't know how much. I know UTSA is a pretty good football team and program, but here in Greenville, to the common fan, they don't move the needle for anybody, unfortunately.
Let's talk about the Sun Belt, man. I've brought it up multiple times. You want to play local schools with good football programs, good cultures, good fan bases that travel. You saw App State travel great tonight. Hats off to them. But yeah, I mean, the American Conference just doesn't have any Charlotte. I mean, if you said earlier, if Mike Houston loses to Charlotte, I mean, good Lord, like that program is horrible compared to us. I mean, I wouldn't even compare it. So, yeah, I mean, we got to win these next 2. You got to win at Liberty. I think it's a huge game for us. It's probably the best team we'll play the rest of the year until Billy Weaver get to the conference championship. But other than that, that's about it.
Hey, I hope you're right. I hope I am dead wrong, and I hope you're right. And the funny thing is a couple of years ago, if you'd have said, hey, we'd probably be better off in the Sun Belt, I'd have told you you're crazy.
Yeah.
But there's some validity to that. It really is, because you know what, these fans, there's a lot of fans at East Carolina that, they don't really pay attention to football the way we do, because we're in it every day, and the UTSAs and how good some of these teams are in Tulane, and they just don't care about those teams if they're not in-state teams, or they don't have a reason or somebody that they know, that is a fan of Liberty, or even Old Dominion, or somebody. Oh yeah, I work with a guy that went to Old Dominion, or I work with a guy that went to Gardner Webb. There's some connection. There is no connection to UTSA or UTEP or Tulsa or whatever brand X that we've played in the past. It's just we need those local geographic rival teams, and I agree. I don't think it would be a bad deal to go to the Sun Belt, but it is what it is, and this is what we're dealt with.
All right, We've good to hear from you. Does Jaden Daniels and the Commanders get their first win of the season tomorrow?
Yes, I think so. I hope so. I pray so. Man.
Yes, I hope so. I pray so. Yeah, that exactly.
I don't know, man. The Commanders, come on. They kill me every year. It's the same thing between and then my Mets give me hope, and then they're going to let me down too. So I don't know. This is becoming. I feel like every year, every sports calendar year for me is like Groundhog Day, man. I just can't get past it. It's all the same every year. But hopefully one of my teams will break out and win a championship before I die.
Weave, good to hear from you, man.
You too, man.
All right, there is Billy Weaver joining us tonight on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. Al, Justin, and Ryan, we'll see if y'all are the patient callers of the night and hung on, and we'll hang on through the break. 317-1250. More of your calls when we return on the U.S. Sailor Fifth Quarter Call-In Show. Final, Liberty beats UTEP 28-10. Gardner Webb in a dogfight with Charlotte, 27-20. And Gardner Webb in Charlotte territory, 4:20 left to go in the fourth on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Dank Burrito is coming to Greenville. Everyone loves a good burrito, but they're always the same basic flavors. Basic is boring. Dank Burrito is not your basic burrito joint. We use global flavors and fresh to death ingredients to make new kinds of burritos, bowls, and tacos you never knew you'd love so much. Dank Burrito is the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, and we're opening soon on 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Check us out at dankburrito.com or on Facebook. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Save Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown & Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up me, Aussie Yo-ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to the U.S. Cellular 5th Quarter Postgame Call-In Show. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, 317-1250 on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Thank you, Caden. Taking your calls, Holt Nailers, Caden Norman. Shout out to Shirley Rhodes, another long Saturday. Earl, great work. Appreciate you being here. Big Dog and Jenny and Sean are back. They did an awesome job out at the stadium today. And we appreciate y'all being up with us. Not too late. I was used to those 6 o'clocks. I was about to say late night, but it's only 9:20. That's not that bad. 317-1250. Let's see who was patient and hung on. Tim, Ryan, Justin, we'll get to you right now. We'll go to Philly Al in Greenville. What's up, Al?
Hey, Clip. How you doing? How you doing, guys?
What's up?
Hey, Al.
I'll tell you, I'm surprised. Clip, I don't think a lot of the callers were here when we had some terrible games. And I remember sitting on the radio listening to everybody. But tonight, I thought it was a great game. I mean, we made mistakes, but we were in the game. I mean, we were never in the game before. And I don't know. I agree with Holman. I think we're going to win 9 games. I think they look pretty good. But who knows?
I like your positivity, Al, and you're right. We've you have shown your negativity at times over the years, so you see things are a little different with this team.
God, you remember with Terrence Copper, and oh my God, he used to fight on the air, and Montgomery, and oh geez, it was terrible. But now, I don't ever remember ECU team scoring in the first 21 minutes. Does anybody remember? Did we ever do that before?
South Carolina ran a trick play.
21 seconds?
His first play of the game.
I remember in the Lincoln Riley era, Shirley and I would go to a lot of the games, and they would be up 7-0 before we could walk in the stadium. They'd score every single opening drive. So, but yeah, it's been a while, but. You know what? That's not good enough if you're not going to score another one the entire game.
I'd rather save some for the end if we could. But, yeah, I mean, it's great to start off hot. But once you get off that script, you still got to score touchdowns, man.
Yeah. Hey, Clip, I got something to tell you. I'm very upset with you. I listen to your show on Fridays. I followed you. I've been talking to you for so long about the Redskins and the Commanders. And the first time you got a good quarterback, you picked the Giants. Why would you do that?
Because we always lose to their fat head coach.
Well, but this is your chance. The Giants. I don't think the Giants can win 3 games. I really felt bad. I said, you always went with the Commanders until this time. So
I've been beat down too much, Al. Well, you don't. Why do you care? You don't care.
Hey, listen. The Redskins and Eagles, I used to go to all the Redskin games. We were close up there. I mean, when I lived in Philadelphia, the Giants, the Giants and Redskins in Philadelphia, we used to go to the games together. It's not like today. Everybody hates everybody.
No, that's cool. But, yeah, we got a chance, Al. I'm basing it more on just bad things happen to Washington. I like our quarterback. We'll be all right. Maybe we'll win tomorrow.
I like your quarterback. I like that kid. He's a quarterback. You got to give him time.
Yeah.
So just stick in there. Horton, thanks a lot for picking 9 games. I'm with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Al.
I picked 10. Are you with me?
Nope. He's not. Thank you, Al. Boy, Al is he's a bit schizophrenic. Usually he's hating on everybody. Tonight he's like trying to cheer me up. He's all about this Pirate team. So, all right, Al. I like the optimism. All right, we go to Justin in New Bern. Hey, Justin.
What's up, boys? I got to tell you, this one hurts. It hurts. Then there's no beating around the bush here. This one hurts. I mean, you jump out to a 16-0 lead, and then truly, if you don't have the big, long pass play, the pick six, we kind of got our butts pushed around the field today. This one hurts. It hurts. But I will say, I respect the App fans. I respect that program. This is the last remaining big rivalry in college football. We need to sign a 10-year home and home with them right now. We need to go play them as much as we can because this is good for our program. It's good for their program. It'd be a hell of a lot better for our program if we could actually win a game. But the frustrating thing I saw, a lot of people still hating on Houston, hating on Jake Garcia. Yeah, I mean, we got to clean it up a little bit. It felt like, I don't know if this was Jake Garcia or if this was the play calling, it felt like it was a little conservative coming off all the turnovers. It felt like Jake was either playing tight or the play calling was tight because we were so worried that we were going to turn the ball over and lose the game. And that's not his style of play. He needs to be able to go out there and free will it. And, I don't know, going forward, I think we'll be all right, though. But I got to tell you, I'm not quitting on this team. I see a lot of good in this team. I see a lot of potential in this team. I'm a little frustrated with some of the fans who are hating on everything right now. This one hurts. It's tough. But doggone it, we still got a lot of games left. I'm excited about this team. I'm excited about Jake Garcia. I'm doggone excited about watching Deontay Johnson play. Deontay Johnson. That's a bad man. In fact, there ain't but two bad men in this world. The first one's John Wayne, and he's dead. But the second one is Chavon Ravel. My goodness, he turned down SEC money to stay at East Carolina, and I get so excited watching him play football. That defense is as fun a unit as I've ever seen watching East Carolina. All we got to do, we tighten up a little bit on offense, we'll be fine. Get the ball to Rajay. Get the ball to Javius Bond. Get the ball to Marlon Gunn. Let's see the playmakers make some plays. And doggone it, next week in Liberty, we're going up there. Jerry Falwell, get your popcorn ready, because you're going to see the best show you've ever seen since you invited the Bull Boy into the bedroom. The Pirates are going to come for you, and I don't care about it. Tonight sucks. It hurts. It hurts. I'm hurting. I can't stand to see App State fans on Monday morning. I'm going to have to hear it. But that's fine. It's behind us. We got a full season still left ahead of us. We got a full conference season left. And we're going up there, and I don't care nothing about Liberty. They can go play their little fancy little Fiesta Bowl last year, whatever, yada, yada, yada. You know, their endowment at Liberty is more than every other school in Conference USA combined. They're playing with a stacked deck. But when we roll into town next week, the cards are even. We ain't playing with no stacked deck. Try to stack the cards against Deontay Johnson. Try to stack them against Chavon Ravel. We're coming for you. Get your popcorn ready, Jerry. Mike Houston and the Pirates will turn the season around, and we're rolling. I don't want to hear the hate from these Pirate fans. Keep your chin up. Let's go win some ball games. Go Pirates.
That is Justin in New Bern. You know who that is, Shirley, right? That's we're going to the mountain. We're going to slap every cougar on that mountain when we went to BYU and beat them. That's why I kind of did a double take when I saw Justin in New Bern. I knew something big was coming.
Does Justin have any free time to talk to the team next week before Run Out versus Liberty?
We brought in a special speaker this week, Justin in New Bern.
I almost flipped the table. He fired me up. I forgot about today's game.
I love how he slowly just hyped himself up there.
Yeah. It's a slow build. All right, I got our first pool boy reference of the week heading into Liberty Week. We go to Ryan in Greenville next. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, guys. Jacked up. I almost just drove through my garage door. Blow my roll here. Hey, 20-year-plus Pirate fan. Bummer that we lost. Hurts my heart, but, man, it hurts my bank account even more with this daggone online betting. If you guys ever do like a Pirate Radio promo code, let me know, because I sure could use it right now.
Justin, just follow my bets, man. I took the under. 10-3 right now in the season.
Hey, three things for you guys. Three questions, kind of random. One, nobody's brought it up yet, so I will. Thumbs up, thumbs down, third down song. We brought the foghorn back, but what do you guys think? I see we changed our song, but I don't know if it's in
there. We did change it. I think, honestly, I know what it is the defense is getting to pick what it is. As long as they keep playing the way that they're playing, I say we just let them roll with it until they start give us a reason not to let them just do it. But defense ain't the problem right now, so I say we just let them roll with it. If it's getting them amped up and get stops, then let them keep trotting out there and playing whatever song they want to play.
What would you choose?
Got it. Iron Man all the way.
All right.
Yeah. Another question for you. Holden, I've been meaning to ask you this. I know you've been a player, and I know last year you were a captain. You came out early to the locker room, but from a player standpoint, what can you guys hear anything in the locker room prior to the game? Like, can you hear the purple and gold, or is that you guys really don't get into it until you get in the tunnel? Like, what's that like from a player standpoint? I thought about it at the game tonight.
You definitely can. You can hear. I mean, it's muffled clearly. And once Coach Houston starts talking, I mean, he gets you locked in pretty quickly. But yeah, you can hear, man. You can feel the energy. And the energy, I don't think, we were talking about earlier with the fans, like the energy was good to start the game. In the first quarter, it was great because we were playing great. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like, you can hear the flyover. I mean, there's a couple cool places like UCF. The bouncing, the ceiling will start bouncing before you. Navy, you can hear the jets fly over. But yeah, I mean, at ECU, we're in the locker room right there, so you can definitely feel it. And the away team definitely can too.
Cool deal. And Cliff, last question for you. I thought about this pregame, listening to the pregame show. is there any such thing as a rival in like the radio/broadcast? I mean, I was listening to the App State, kind of give their deal, and some guys got a little different tone than others. But I just wondered, is there any guys out there that are just complete buttheads and
call them out, Clip?
The friendly fraternity all around.
That's a pretty good question. Like, I remember talking to Gary Hahn years ago and had him on the show, and he did say, ECU fans look at this as their Super Bowl, which I thought was kind of condescending, but Gary Hahn was always nice personally to me. I had a good relationship with Jones Angel at North Carolina, and while they all seem pretentious and above us, they've all been kind to me personally. So, like, I really don't have anybody to call out in that regard.
No call-in shows that we should be calling and harass anybody then.
No, but now that I know the Pirate Radio Army's out there, I will sick you on somebody if I need to. So, Ryan, stand down, but be on the lookout.
Good deal. Okay, congrats, Holton, and on to next week.
I appreciate it, man.
I like that idea, Holden. If there's a competing podcast and you need somebody, we've got fans ready to go to war.
The Army.
I like that. All right, we go to Greene County and talk to Tim next. Hey, Tim.
How you doing, Clip?
Good, buddy.
Got a question for the two guys at the end of the table there.
Ask away.
All right, Holton. I've been listening to the show, and to be honest, I think Garcia done a great job. I mean, he threw a pick, but I could really see a difference from last week to this week. But as a player, what is Houston going through when he's not addressing the kick problem? Because even if we start winning, this is going to bite us when we start getting into conference play. And it seems like that there's a problem. And I would think that Mike Houston is playing probably the best player that he has in that position. But I'm just saying, as a standpoint, when you got two kickers on the team, I mean, at some point, doesn't he have to address this?
Yeah, Tim, I mean, as someone who also went through a really tough kicking situation last year, it's tough in the locker room. I will say that. Losing a game winner and, missing a game winner, I will say, and just missing something throughout the game is a little bit different, I would say. But, like, kicker's a weird position, man, because, like, you're always going to have the best guy out there. And look, I don't know who the backup is. I usually roll through backup kickers a lot. But if there's not a lot of good backup kickers in college football is what I'm going to say, like, especially at G5 schools. I hate to say it. Look, ECU is not going to be a team. I would imagine we don't have two kickers on scholarship. One of them at least is going to be a walk-on. Like, Conrad came here as a walk-on. So, like, that's what's tough is you got to hit on the kicker, situation. And, like, there's not going to be a lot of portal kickers that we're going to be able to get because any good portal kicker is going to go to the SEC because of the money. Like, that's where you gotta spend a scholarship on a kicker out of high school and give him NIL. I hate to say it. Look, we've noticed over the years how important kicking is. So you got to take it seriously. And look, Conrad, he was the third string kicker in 2022 and got thrown into it and has done good for, what his expectations were in the program. But as you're the starting kicker, expectations are pretty high now. He's not the third string kicker anymore. So, that's how I feel about it. It's a tough position. Who knows how the backup is, but kicker's a weird one because it's hard to recruit.
And on top of that, the drop off, like you said, is so drastic. Like, I remember I held field goals.
Yeah.
Like, the drop off from Verity to Daffer was huge.
Verity was a great kicker.
Great kicker.
Yeah.
So it's like, I agree with Holden. You got to spend on scholarship or find a grad transfer or find a guy from a big school that maybe lost his job. I don't know. The kicking position is just a tough one. And college football, like, 40 deep, like it's inconsistent across the G5.
I was, last week I was fine. He had that huge 50-yarder. I'll give the extra point a pass, but now back-to-back weeks missing an extra point is a concern.
It's tough, yeah. And look, we're also not seeing the film. Are they none have been blocked?
Right.
We know that. Like, is he getting laces? There's a lot of things that goes involved with it. But at the end of the day, like, at least Coach Houston also, like, if that is the case, that needs to be brought up too, because right now it looks like it's Conrad that isn't making them. So.
All right, Tim, anything else?
Nope. Done a good job, Clip.
All right, thank you. Hey, here's my job. Throw it over to Holden and Caden, let them answer it, and then say goodbye. All right, Isaiah, Kenny, Rob, 317-1250. We only got one more commercial break, but we'll be here as long as the calls go on. So 317-1250. We'll have one more segment and wrap it up here on a Saturday night. Back with you on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll have our Brown and Wood drive of the game. Guess what, folks? It's not going to be a difficult one to pick. It's going to be that first drive. We'll have that and more when we return after this. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Mow like a pro with Hustler zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Public notice! Discount Mattress Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinettes, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Mattress and Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
At Chicken Salad Chick, we make our food from scratch every day using fresh quality ingredients. We have 12 flavors of chicken salad, plus soups, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Whether you're craving traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity and nutty chicken salad, we have something for everyone. All of our delicious chicken salads conveniently packaged in take-home containers and multiple sizes for you or the whole family. Visit Chicken Salad Chick or order online today. Now open at 112 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Chicken Salad Chick.
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Here's Clip Brock. Now, with the Pirate Radio scoreboard, here's Shirley Rhodes.
All right, Miami shuts out Ball State 62-0 in the that is a final. Gardner-Webb loses to Charlotte by a point. 27-26 was that final. Carolina cruised over North Carolina Central 45-10. Duke beats UConn 26-21. It was UTEP over Liberty 28-10. I may have that score wrong, but I'll double check that one. Virginia Tech.
Wait, what'd you say?
I think I said UTEP.
No, Liberty won.
Liberty. I had the score backwards. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
it's 28-10 Liberty. I should rephrase that. But Virginia Tech beat Old Dominion 37-17. Games going on right now at the half is FAU 24, FIU 7. Texas leading UTSA in the third quarter 42-7. It is Colorado 14, Colorado State 3 in the third quarter. Georgia goes into the locker room at halftime with a trailing by 3 points. Kentucky leads at 6-3. It is Tennessee 58, Kent State nothing. And Toledo is cruising over Mississippi State in the third quarter. It's 35-3 in Starkville. And that is a look at your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. It's your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open from noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night and free entry for ladies on the weekends. Follow The Buck on Instagram for updated schedules, and we'll see you at The Buck. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Cliff.
All right, appreciate the hundreds tuned in on Facebook and YouTube, but I do have a request. If you are one of the 220 viewers that have not liked this, we have 220 more viewers than we do likes currently, so a lot of you out there are freeloading at the moment. Just hit the thumb, hit the subscribe. It would make Holden Ahlers very happy. Shirley Rhodes has worked all day. It would make her very happy. And it would put a smile on my face as well. So please give us a like. Give us a subscribe. We're here for you. We don't charge anything. So if you could do that for us, we'd appreciate it. All right, Rob, Kenny, hang on. We go to Isaiah in Greenville on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hey, Isaiah. Really? No, maybe that's him. 317-1250. Kenny is up in Blunt's Creek. First of all, Kenny, thank you for your gift. I don't know how it works, but it's really cool. And actually, Holden really loves it, and I might be giving it to him, if that's okay with you.
Hey, no problem, guys. Yeah, it's got a little thing there that you got to take your phone and scan on it, so it should pop up on there, and you'll be able to scroll and put things on it.
Ah, okay.
I love it, Kenny.
All right.
Big fan, Kenny.
Holden loves it, Kenny, and I said, you know what? If Kenny knows I re-gifted this to Holden, Kenny would be thrilled. So I'm gonna give it to Holden.
I just hope you guys have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Kind of the lady gave you a little trash talk last week about wearing different hats, and I was like, really? Come on, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But let's get to the first thing, Holton. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
And look, whenever you set the date and y'all have the wedding and stuff, I know a great DJ.
What's his name? I don't know him.
Yeah, you might know him. He's kind of old, grumpy guy that does some karaoke and stuff around there.
I heard he charges a lot.
He'll probably cut you a good, cheap deal, I bet.
Hey, I tell you, he better.
But look, we've heard all about this offense, okay? And it's fast-paced, man. We're going to be doing all this. And, we're snapping the ball 8 to 14 seconds. So, it's kind of like we're in the stands. We're like, wow, we're moving the ball. We're not producing. We're not putting points up. And the object of the game is to outscore your opponent. We've only done that against, Norfolk State. ODU, we barely won that. We almost gave that away. Tonight, we just went stale. And I didn't understand why we just went right back after we were moving the ball, and we get in the red zone, and we're going so fast. I think that we need to slow down a little bit then. And also, Holton, you can tell me, why are we not stretching the field? Why are we not running outside any or doing some dump passes, swing passes to bond with the speed? And I just, it's stuff like that is just irritating. It's disappointing. Hey, look, I'm going to be watching the game next week, and I'll be in the stadium the following week. But we've got to start producing, because fast is great, but if you can't score, it ain't working, guys. But I'll take it off there and listen to what you guys got to say. And thanks for all you do. And go Pirates.
Thank you, Kenny.
Yeah, I think he hit a great point. You can throw for 1,000 yards. You can have all these stats, but if you don't score points, it doesn't matter. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. Like I said, 19 points and 20 points versus our two FBS opponents with this new offense. So getting a lot of yards, but you got to score. And that at the end of the day, you got to score, and we're not right now. So, yeah, not good.
And I know they're not trying to do this, but nothing is more frustrating than a 22-second 3 and out. And your defense gets right back on the field, and then those are really frustrating.
And look, we've talked about it, okay? We talked about it on the podcast, like, that's this offense, though. This offense, and I've said it multiple times, this offense is going to look really, really good, put up huge numbers versus bad teams. But when good teams come to town, you got to throw the ball deep. And if you don't hit these big plays, then it's going to look like you have a lot of yards with no points. And that's what happens. A lot of quick 3 and outs. I mean, it's tough.
Not all on Garcia today, too. We saw some drops. Bryce Williams texted a string of texts. And again, he was, I think, watching on TV. He couldn't see everything. It was more of a question saying, are the receivers getting open? Holden and Caden, is that an issue with this team?
I mean, I haven't noticed it. Like, my thing is we got to hit go balls. And I'm, harping on, vertical or post deep balls. We got to throw it deep. I noticed it last week. We missed on a couple deep balls. We underthrew them. Tonight, like, we had a deep ball that we hit the back shoulder on, but it was a deep ball throw. It was a deep ball coverage, and we just happened to hit the back shoulder. So, like, I can't sit here and tell you I haven't seen enough film on it, like, and I don't want to sit here and just from watching the game and give my full analysis of it. But
you will break down the film.
I will break down the film, and I will see it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll let you know when I do that.
Yeah. Check out that on Monday.
Yeah,
that'll be out.
Yeah.
All right. We go to Rob in Greenville on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hey, Rob.
Hey guys, thanks for taking the call. I'm here with my son Brantley, and obviously a tough night for the home team. But we got a couple questions, 2 for me, 1 for him. First of all, I guess my question is, why does it seem like other teams are so successful getting pressure on our quarterback, and we have such a difficult time pressuring the other quarterback? Seems like a lot of their success tonight, their quarterback had so much time to throw the football, and that's concerning. And I could see that potentially being a trouble for us down the road in a pretty pass-happy league.
We'll go ahead and address that one real quick. If we've had a criticism of this defense, it has been not getting pressure on the quarterback without sending a blitz.
It has, yeah, man. And I mean, I think, sorry, my voice is literally gone from the game from screaming. But yeah, you got to get sacks. You got to create pressure. That will catch up to us. He did throw for a lot of yards tonight, but they didn't score a lot of points. So it's kind of like the same thing like us. It's, our defense played good enough to win. Now, that is something if you want to, critique the defenses, let's go get some sacks. And it is a pass-happy league, so that's something we do got to figure out. But if you're not getting sacks, you're only giving up 21 points. It's like, I'd live with that, versus pretty much every opponent we play.
Yeah, we got to think that defense did force 2 interceptions. I was in the stadium, so I didn't really get to see, but were those interceptions caused off pressure? You got to think about those as well. Big call out for you as well is why are we always getting pressure? Mm-hmm. We came into the season, we knew our weakest link of this team is the offensive line. We just got to recruit better in the offensive line, get better transfer portal guys. But we knew coming in, like, our biggest question mark and our weakest link outside of quarterback was probably going to be this offensive line and pass protection.
All right, Rob, question 2.
All right, question 2 would be, based off of our scheme and how we play, how much of that is play calling versus the quarterback making the right read? You see it on social media, on the message boards, like play calling sucks, and maybe it does. I don't know, but my understanding of the offense is that so much of it is on the quarterback read. Are we making the right reads?
I think, for the most part we are, from what I've seen. Like I said, I think Garcia's playing really well other than the interceptions the last couple of games. I haven't seen too many of, like, him making the wrong reads, but I will tell you this, like, there's a lot more to play calling. This might get, a lot pretty advanced, but, like, there's a lot more to play calling than picking one play and then, like, just moving to the next play and picking another play. There's a lot of, like, sequencing involved, which what I mean by this, if you have a 2nd and 7, you got to call this play and plan for what you want to get to the 3rd down. So, like, you might call a 2nd and 7 run. This is the easy example of it. 2nd 7 run gets you to 3rd and 2. Okay, well, I have a 3rd down shot, and Coach Houston's in your ear saying, okay, this is 4 down territory. So now I'm going to take a shot on 3rd and 2 and then get it, run for the ball on 4th and 2 if we don't hit the shot. And that's just a conversation in the 2nd and 7 play. So, like, I think we got to get better at sequencing. I might have got way too technical there with my football mind, but I hope that made any sense at all.
No, it makes total sense, and I appreciate that. And then my son's question is, he was noticing a lot tonight that with Jake, everything seems to come out hot and high. And is that like correctable? Does he need to work on his touch? Just what you guys see in that we're curious about.
He threw one to Chase 100 miles an hour. That I guess as a receiver, if it touches you, you're supposed to have it. But good grief,
Yeah, that's one thing I notice a lot too. He has so much velocity behind that ball, and at this age, and where he's at in his career, I bet he's been told multiple times take some velocity off of it. So it is correctable. It's just he has to listen, and I don't know. But then you can see his hitch routes and sometimes his out routes, and they're low and in the dirt. So I just think it's a consistent thing, a consistency problem with him. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. And tonight, he was kind of, I would say, on, but in the middle at the same time.
Well, I'll tell you, Robin, one thing Caden said there is like him putting so much pace on it. That's why he's leaving some of these mid to deeper throws high, because he won't put touch on them. So he's pushing the ball even extra. So that's what you're seeing there on these mid-level throws, like these crossing route. The crossing route today was a little high on the interception. It was going to be high. The reason is he's not taking any off and putting some loft on it. We call it a two ball. It's kind of like in between, right on the line, and not a deep ball. It's just right in between a two ball. That's why he's leaving some of these balls high.
Yeah. So you said two ball. One ball is what you see Jake throw a lot of the time, is that steamer. Two is that in between, and three is that deep ball. That is a go. And going back to my last statement, is it correctable? Yes. But we've seen it 3 straight games, and you're in the middle of the season, he's probably not going to correct it that much.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Rob.
I appreciate y'all taking the call, and thanks for putting a smile on my son's face.
I love it. Thanks, Rob.
Atticus, we'll get to you in a second. Tim brought up something on YouTube, and this was another Bryce Williams comment. I'll read Bryce's comment first. Garcia can't make anything happen off script. Tim says, do we have a problem with our quarterback being able to extend the play? I talked to Jake about this at Media Day. When things do break down, what do? Hold you and CJ and Snead. Y'all, the scramble drill was when you were at your best sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah, but Kate, we practiced that. That was a big Donnie K thing, because it was a big Lincoln Riley thing. And does the Lane Kiffin tree do the scramble drill on Thursdays?
Yeah.
That's a question. I haven't seen it, so it don't look like it.
Every Thursday we had a period just for scramble drill. That was huge. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been to a practice on a Thursday with them, but Donnie K really hit that home.
I will ask that to John David Baker on Wednesday.
Yeah, ask him if they do the scramble drill. I will say, you got full new receivers.
Yeah.
You got a new quarterback. Me, Snead, Blake, CJ play together forever. So, there's that too.
Yeah, you took it right out of my mouth. It's also all about feel. You got to feel each other, and you guys played years together. You had that connection.
Hardy and Cardin were deadly at it. You guys were deadly at it. It is something, I guess, that takes time. That's a good point.
But you got to practice. If they're not practicing, it ain't never going to get better.
All right, Atticus in Charlotte. What's up, buddy?
So I just want to say, first and foremost, I do appreciate Mike Houston grabbing the Pirates out of the gutter and making us relevant again, getting us back to bowl eligibility. Holden, Caden, that you guys played a part of that. Appreciate it. Holden, congrats on the engagement.
Thanks, brother.
Atticus, you all right, man?
No.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
So that all being said, because I do want to preface it, I want to give context. Like, it's not like Mike Houston's a bum. Like, he grabbed us out of the gutter. That all being said, man, Mike Houston cannot win the big one. He cannot beat an in-state opponent that matters. I know everything that happened with NC State. I know, and you can't put all that on Mike Houston. But at the end of the day, he cannot beat an in-state opponent that matters. Mike Houston, put the fries in the bag. Mike Houston, put the fries in the bag, dude. What does it take to beat an in-state opponent that matters? I don't care that we have a new quarterback. I don't care that we have a new OC. I don't care that we have all these new guys on offense. It doesn't matter. We lose to App State 3 times in a row. No one respects us anymore. We're the doormat of the G5 in North Carolina. When I grew up, when I was growing up as a kid in North Carolina, I feared ECU. I grew up a UNC fan. My parents went to UNC. I feared East Carolina. And you know what? No one fears East Carolina anymore. We're a joke. Mike Houston, put the fries in the bag.
All right. Thank you, Atticus.
What's that mean?
Go Panthers.
I think put the fries in the bag means just.
Hold on, Atticus. Does he have anything else? Go ahead, Atticus.
Oh yeah, I have tickets to the Panthers game tomorrow.
Life is good.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. It's gonna be so sick, dude. Bryce Young.
Yeah.
For alternate interceptions line over 8.5. Take it.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Former Pirate Radio intern Atticus. We've had the highs of highs and the lows of lows with his calls. So I was going to ask you guys, is that a phrase that like kids know that I should know? Put the fries in the bag.
I'm getting way older, way quick. I have no clue.
It means he should be working at McDonald's and not coaching
Is that
the
what
football team. That's
okay.
That's saying you're bad at your job.
Okay.
We were joking about that with DJU earlier. In 3 weeks he's going to be working at Burger King because he can't throw a football.
Put the fries in the bag. Shirley, I'm going to need that for Monday and for here on out. Make that a hotkey, please, ma'am.
I mean, what am I taking drive-through orders now?
And
would you like to supersize that?
Can I get a milkshake too?
I'm just kidding. No,
our ice cream machine is broken. Sorry.
All right, final thoughts, Earl. Your take on ECU's loss?
It was just one of those games that felt like the NC State game a couple years ago, where they were there and just
talking to the mic.
They were there and just couldn't get the job done. Like this is probably one of the better teams you're going to play all year. They were underdogs in the game at home, so this line was around 1.5, 2. So the books had us game pretty spot on. So it was what it was, and the only thing you could do now is look towards Liberty.
Shirley, you predicted a Pirate win. It did not come to fruition. It looked like early it was going to. Your thoughts on today? Do you share the sentiment of Holton Ahlers and Cade Norman that we are going to have a good year this year?
Yes.
Win-loss wise?
Yes.
Okay.
Because just simply from the standpoint of, I thought our defense was good. I thought that we just needed to shore up a couple of things and then give the offense time to kind of gel and kind of clean up some of the mistakes that they made. Obviously with the glaring problem was the interceptions, which I felt like we did a much better job this week. We just had a lot of opportunities that were left out on the field to score points, and we had, one potential pick six that could have really just changed everything, and we just didn't take advantage of those opportunities.
Holt, your final thoughts on this one?
Got to score points. Doesn't matter about offense if you don't score points, man. Our defense is really, really good. Look, special teams has to be better, but you got to go out there as an offense and score more than one touchdown and win in a marquee matchup in front of your home team. It's a huge one on the schedule. You got to go score points offensively.
We talked heart earlier. Holden has given his heart, his voice, everything into today.
I was one of them that was screaming during third down. I promise you that. I was standing up as well.
Shirley, check out this rookie. Can't make it through the fifth quarter with his voice. Nah, Holt, glad you were screaming for your boys, but couldn't get it done today. Caden, why did we not get it done?
All hope is not lost. We played a good game versus a great team, and we made mistakes. That's what happens. I think we have a lot of bright future coming up. I think what happens is, we got to clean it up on offense. We've been preaching it for a couple weeks now, but I think our defense is solid, rock solid. We lost today because time possession. I'll say right there, time possession. Look at the stat book. It was a really even game the whole way. We lost off mistakes and time of possession. I think we bounced back, and I think the rest of the year, we at least I see our worst is 9-3 this year.
9-3.
We got to stay positive. We have a really good team. We have a really good defense, and I think the offense is going to figure it out because there's a lot of new guys, and they're going to eventually mesh together.
Shout out to, we talked earlier about, do we have like rivals in the radio game? Shout out to Navy play-by-play voice Pete Medhurst, who is a fan of the fifth quarter and loves what we do here. He is in the chat and says, put that on a T-shirt. We need a put the fries in the bag T-shirt.
I love it.
Pete, good to have you hanging out with us late night tonight. And all of you awesome fans, we appreciate you tuning in all day long. We were with you noon on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, signing off at 10 p.m. A long day here at Pirate Radio, and we love it. And guess what? We'll do it all over again coming up next week. It'll be a 2 o'clock start time for the Bud Light pregame tailgate, getting you ready for a 6 o'clock kickoff between Liberty and ECU. For the big dog, Sean, Jenny, Shirley, Earl, Holt will have your Monday morning quarterback and film breakdown on Monday.
Film breakdown Tuesday. I was tripping. Monday morning quarterback Monday. Then Tuesday, film breakdown. Thursday, podcast drop. Friday, picks.
And you will have a voice by then.
I hope so, Clip.
Caden,
I hope so.
I hope so. Appreciate your insight, Caden. Enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, enjoyed having you.
Thank you. See, nobody ever says that to me.
Appreciation around here is crazy nowadays.
We'll see you next week, and fans, will talk to y'all next Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show.
You have been listening to the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter postgame call-in show. Join us next time for complete postgame coverage of East Carolina football.